show.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Crash Course DM, a tabletop role-playing game podcast where a newbie DM takes on the monumental task of running his first campaign and documenting his experience. I am your forever DM, Daniel Locke, taking on the role of Newbie Keeper. That's right, everyone. We are playing Call of Cthulhu in this horrific crossover podcast with one shot at a time. Now, let's take this chance to introduce our players for today. Give us your name, a bit about your character, and why they are here.
Hey everybody, Josh Greenway here, and I'm playing Milford Reed. Milford's the name and ghost hunting's the game. My doctor says I'm in the 99th percentile for my height and 1st percentile for anything requiring fine motor skills. My new stepmom got me a video camera as a peace offering, and it works great for my paranormal investigations. I really want to prove that ghosts are real. So far, there's a growing pile of evidence to the contrary. I'm ready to take a relaxing weekend off, though. Hang with the buds, talk Counter-Strike, and check out this perfectly normal lighthouse.
Hey everyone, this is Chris. I will be playing the character of Eugene Gerald. Greetings. My name is Eugene Gerald. I am son of my father, Gerald. Books are my life, and I can easily lose myself in a good book for days. Most of my time is spent in the library. I know that people talk about me being weird and nerdy, but I embrace it. It just means that I don't have to interact with them. Anyways, I prefer discussing literature with Shirley Reading, the head librarian. She's a quite interesting lady. One day, I hope to be a best-selling author myself. Miss Reading says I have potential. I guess I do have a couple friends at high school, but they get us into some strange situations. I guess I just want to help them, I suppose.
And my name is Kyle Kane. I'll be playing George Worthylake. And I come from a long line of lighthouse keepers, and I'm named after my great-great-great-great-grandfather, George Worthylake. Funny, the same name, if you got that. Anyways, he's the first American lighthouse keeper, and I've got a big legacy to live up to. And, with all this Y2K craziness coming up, I think that's my opportunity. I think computers will go down and lighthouses will light the way as they have for generations. Save countless lives. Thank you.
Hey, I'm Daniel Lee, also known as Ron Zuko. But those in the know, they just call me the Rons. I don't mean to be tooting my own horn, but I'm a pretty cool cat. They know me around town, if you catch my drift. I drive my own car. And also, due to a complex family situation, I have a nephew my age who goes to my high school. Yeah, it's kind of messed up, but I feel like I gotta look out for him, young Milford. I know what it's like growing up without a father figure, and no one asked me to do this job, but I'm gonna be the best damn dad that kid has ever seen. Ron's out.
All right, and those are our players for today's game. Like I said, we're playing Call of Cthulhu set in 1998. But before we get into it, let's pass it over to Past Tense Daniel and Josh for a quick briefing.
Hey, Past Tense Josh here.
And Past Tense Daniel, here for the briefing.
Thanks for meeting with me outside of the game. I thought it would be a good idea to get a sense of, in the most spoiler-free way possible,
Sure.
Some of your ideas, plans, and thoughts and feelings about the session that you prepped for today.
Yeah, so since this is my first time running Call of Cthulhu, my usual tactic for learning any game is to play a pre-written module, usually like a one-shot adventure. But this scenario was a bit unique as having talked to the players in the Zero session, they didn't really care for how Call of Cthulhu usually ends in like a TPK and is a much darker kind of storytelling. We're a bunch of improvisers and comedians, so they wanted something that could still be a little bit jovial and had like a good win condition. And the one-shot module I had that opportunity, but it really kind of leaned into that like creepy horror, sanity, and everyone dies at the end kind of vibe. So I had to do a lot of modifications, which led to me having to adjust the mystery elements to make it more fit the Hanna-Barbera style pitch that I had given everyone.
Nice. Yeah. And outside of trying like the new game system, because this is your first time as a keeper, is there anything that you're like focusing on as the keeper outside of just like running the new game? Yeah,
so as a DM, my style often lends to the fact that I like to be very open with my players. I very much like give as much information as possible. While with these mystery style Call of Cthulhu games, you do have to maintain secrets, and it's like finding that balance to create a enjoyable experience for the players where they get their aha moments without it feeling like I am just spelling out everything for them, but still like pushing them in the right direction when necessary.
Yeah.
The other thing I'm working on, this is more of a personal thing when I DM, is I aggressively yes-and people, and that will often hinder the game because I will just follow a random bit way too long because of it. Because I'm like, oh yeah, I've had this pre-written adventure that I'm following, but this guy had a funny joke, and now we're running off into a town square on like bumfuck Egypt, trying to save a queen that had nothing to do with the adventure of finding Timmy in the well. I'm like, okay, crap.
That's fair. So you're going to try to work on keeping things a little more on track and not letting a bit inform the storyline?
Yes, and also not just like diving into the bit headfirst together. Yeah,
fair.
I get really into like joining in on the fun, and I'm like, I definitely there's a time for that, but as a DM, you also need to be like, okay, I got to straight man it.
Yeah, definitely. Let's talk through some of maybe your inspiration for the session. You've already mentioned a couple of them so far.
You can kind of hear a little bit of our discussion over what we did with the game over on One Shot at a Time, but primarily I'm taking that old school 1970s Hanna-Barbera style cartoons such as like Scooby-Doo, Inch High Private Eye, and Josie and the Pussycats, and a little bit of like Martin Mysteries, and combining it into a Call of Cthulhu game. So on top of like having the sanity check, we're changing it to being a spook check to check kind of their bravery and giving them more opportunities to kind of create like a dynamic, I guess, opposites of one another. I don't know the exact word for it, but like one group will kind of be more scared like Scooby and Shaggy, and one group will be more brave like Freddy and Velma and them, and I guess more logical in that aspect.
Do you have any concerns about going into this session? Things you're worried about?
Ooh, I mean, I'm playing with Daniel Lee this time, so that's a concern in itself. I think one of my big concerns here is just kind of giving everyone their moment to shine without having to say no so often that it like kind of closes them out and forces them into a bubble where they feel like they can't do anything. The other part of it is just to, again, just that yes-anding, man. Like if I yes-and everything the entire way through, it's going to end up in like the Looney Tunes town and we're at Atlantis or something.
What are you looking forward to then? Like, what are you excited about for the session?
I'm excited to see how they tackle the mystery. I'm very excited for the dynamic because we got a very clean, like one of the better zero sessions I've ever done for a one-shot. So the players were able to kind of discuss their characters and roles. So I'm very excited just to see their dynamic and how the characters they're bringing will approach this weird lighthouse stuck in a storm mystery.
Yeah, for other keepers out there, if you're looking for inspiration, a great zero session option is to meet for brunch.
Yes, honestly, like we met for brunch. One of the guys couldn't make it, and we ended up doing like a Discord chat over it. So there's a lot of different ways to kind of like create that fun scenario and talk over some fun ideas. And being able to get all the character sheets like a day beforehand gave me a bit of time to kind of do what I like doing, which is starting from the characters first and working it into the one shot as well.
Are there any guesses or predictions that you have now that you have the character sheets and you know the characters? Is there anything you want to like maybe call the shot on?
Ooh, okay, let's see. The call the shot. I don't know if this is going to be a good thing or a bad thing, but I have a feeling that two of the players will find out right off the bat who the bad guy is, and it's just going to be a big reveal. And I'm like, well, all right, so the mystery's still happening. But I made it a little twist at the end, so we'll see how that plays in.
Okay, cool. Great. So that's the auspicious call right there. That maybe your bad guy is going to get found out right away.
Yep.
Daniel, I am looking forward to seeing what Forever DM, Newbie Keeper Daniel gets up to today. Anything else you want to say?
Yeah. Daniel Lee, if you cut me off doing this intro, I'm going to freaking freak.
Cool. Well, let's pitch it back to the team.
April 12th, 1937, the Beacon Island Lighthouse off the shore of Folly Point, Massachusetts, ceased to cast its light over the region's dangerous rocky waters for 61 years. Present day, 1998. Barnabas Marsh has invited you and your friends to the grand relighting of their family lighthouse. In doing so, he hopes to save the lighthouse as a historic monument and keep it in the family. You are met by Barnabas's younger brother, Obed Marsh, off the port of Innsmouth. He is a massive man who is well built, dressed head to toe in all-white Versace suit, with a corncob pipe in his mouth and a yacht captain's hat. As he approaches you, an odor whiffs across your nose that carries the note of pineapple, cedar, and rotting fish. All right, looks like we got 4 new passengers heading over to Beacon Island.
Your count is right.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, you're going to be riding on the safest, nicest ship this side of the waters. This is my prized possession, the green herring. For those present, we're going to do our first roll, which is a spot hidden roll. And then for those at home who haven't played Call of Cthulhu, the way the game works is you roll a 1d100, and if they roll underneath their skill roll, the number on their skill check, they actually succeed on the roll. So the lower the number, the better success.
39 to a 25, so that's a failure.
88 to a 25 is a failure.
I had a 53 to 25. That's a fail.
92 to a 25. I failed.
Wow.
Great. None of us got spot
Thanks
hidden.
for making us do that with so much detail. It's really great.
You're welcome.
This guy seems pretty on the level. I appreciate that he's trying to kind of mask the smell of the fish with his weird pineapple cologne.
Since you all fail your spot hidden roll, man, this green herring boat looks amazing.
Looks so cool. Wow, all the bumps under the paint. How'd they get that texture?
The only thing that does get noticed that's clear, even without like a spot hidden, is that it seems like one of the sails has been a patch sewed in, like manually by someone on the boat. As we jump on the boat, you guys begin sailing off towards Beacon Island. Let's find out where you guys are on the boat and what you guys are doing.
I think that Milford is definitely somewhere like asking Ron about like if the like he's got questions for Ron.
Yeah, we're probably hanging out at like the front of the boat. Yeah. So your uncle, me, told you, yeah, there's gonna be some stuff going on at this island. Yeah?
Okay.
You know, it's when we talk, I like to call myself your uncle, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you're my
No, it's
nephew.
definitely not obnoxious at all. I love it. I love it so
I'm
much.
a year older than you, and I'm looking out for you, man.
Thanks, I appreciate it. You know, I can't always see down that low, so I appreciate your keeping an eye on the world for me down there. No, yeah, I'm super excited. Do you have any cool tattoos like the one in the sail? Like they've got that thing patched in.
Oh, the patch?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't got any tattoos, but like speaking of things that need manual patches put into them, how about that Counter-Strike? Yeah.
Oh my God!
Can't
yeah,
update that game on the
seriously.
internet
No
'cause
way,
it's
busted everything.
1998, and we still on dial-up or something. You know what I mean?
That's right. My mom and your sister, she is always on the phone, so I cannot ever get
Yeah.
the can't really get into play as much.
Yeah, I'm just
but-
trying to like rush a bee or throw a smoke grenade, and then Dolly calls, and it's like boom, you lost the game. Anyways, I'm sure this won't really come up later.
George, you catch wind of this conversation.
Yeah, I'm inspecting the wood. Give it a 2 taps. Solid pine, nice. Counter-Strike, smoke bee. Is that what I heard?
Yeah. What would you know about that, Gramps?
Well, I know a lot. I can counter a lot of strikes in my day. You know what I'm saying?
You're not really helping your case.
Good union humor with the kiddos. I love it.
Oh yeah, if you know so much about Counter-Strike, then name your favorite gun.
Favorite gun? It's got to be I go solid AK-47. But on the first round, I always buy the Deagle.
Oh wow. Okay, we got ourselves kind of a desperado.
That's
All
right.
Yeah, what was your name, friend?
I'm George Worthylake. And you?
Wait a minute.
George Worthylake. Huh?
George
Sounds.
Worthy. Are you the George Worthylake?
Who is that? Is that like a book character?
He's the king of the good game. You play CS, yeah?
Quite often, yeah.
Dang.
I always do say good game after and wish everybody the best.
He's like the only guy that does it because it's still 1998 and gamer etiquette hasn't been invented yet.
That's why he sticks out to me. The username matches up.
Wait a second. Do you
Wait,
do
do
you
we know
play?
each other from Counter-Strike?
Have we played?
I think so. I'm Spiderbutt69420XXX.
SB? Is that you?
Yeah.
Oh
what
my
the
God.
fuck is happening? Hey,
Oh.
Eugene,
What are the odds?
get over here.
Eugene walks up with the boat instruction manual, the owner's manual.
Oh, God.
Isn't that who's driving this thing?
Obed is driving the ship right now.
I just wanted to learn a little bit more about the watercraft that we are traveling upon.
Have you highlighted that?
Yes, I tend to highlight most things I read. I find it brings character to the novel.
Right. Yeah. The
Yes.
book craft.
But anyway, what is the deal?
Yeah, well, I mean, we get a load of this. We just happen to be on the same boat as a guy that we play Counter-Strike with.
What was your username?
Oh, I'm the Rons.
The rods.
This elderly gentleman plays Counter-Strike with us?
Yeah, it's crazy. I didn't know adults could like play video games.
Oh,
Really quickly, for a quick moment, can we have a description of what George Worthylake looks like?
Yeah, well, I drew a picture,
He's
but
22.
for those, I've got a hat on, like a brim hat. I've got glasses, button-up shirt. I'm old.
Okay, so he does look old.
You
Okay.
can tell how old he is on account of the hat and the glasses.
That's cool how he's using the hat to hide his comb over.
Oh my god, he drew.
Okay, and then as we're panning through this conversation of these four people meeting together for the first time offline after playing a ton of Counter-Strike together, we look at Eugene. Can you describe what Eugene looks like to me?
Yes, Eugene is
Stunning.
Eugene is hot.
Wow.
Golden flowing locks.
Just George, first words like, wow, this
Large,
guy.
ample breast.
No.
Legs that just won't quit.
Curvaceous beak.
Eugene is an ostrich. On Call of Cthulhu, I guess you roll for size and appearance, and so he has a ridiculously high size and appearance. Apparently very hot.
Like
So,
wide or tall?
What is your size and appearance?
tall. I was thinking like he's at least like 6'1", like 14-year-old, like he's tall. Maybe not 6'1", maybe like 5'10",
He can be-
5'11".
What was your size number?
Yeah, let's compare
75.
to give.
75.
Yeah, let's compare sizes.
Okay, yeah.
All right, show me yours, I'll show you mine.
I'm a 75 size.
Okay, so 6'1". Okay.
Short stuff.
And then what's yours, Milford?
80.
Oh, geez. And then George?
50.
Short and
That
stout.
is incredible. I did not expect you to be smaller size than
At
me.
this age, I hunch.
Oh, yeah. Right,
And then
right.
what was your Ron?
I'm 65, so like I ain't even that short. It's just 80 is crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm just like a little shorter than Milford.
Like a giant of
A little shorter.
of a nephew.
All right, Eugene,
So
continue.
Eugene is pale-skinned. He keeps himself very clean. He likes to be clean. Tends to wear khakis almost every single day, and he loves sweater vests. He's got a different sweater vest for every day of the week. His hair is like, it's medium length. It's kind of a feathered brown, kind of down his neck. It looks very professional. He wears a pair of glasses. Then he also has a second pair of glasses that's hanging from his sweater vest at all times.
What is your appearance? Stop. Your
What?
APP?
Oh, my appearance?
Yeah, tell me about your pee-pee.
Tell me
My-
about, do you have a PP?
My PPAPP is 80.
Damn, okay, that's really high.
Talk about a throwback.
Yeah, my appearance is 80. I'm hot.
Okay, so for context, I'm 60.
30.
I'm a 50.
Okay. All right, as we continue talking about our stats, we pan over to Milford. Can you describe what your character looks like for the audience?
Yeah, so Milford is very tall, like creepily tall, and very thin, very frail. He is wearing clothes that don't really fit, like blue jeans that are too short. They look kind of like high waters a little bit, or like bordering on capris. He has like a t-shirt on and another sort of like button up over it. He thinks it makes him look bigger, but it just kind of looks dumpy. And then he has a really, really worn down JanSport backpack that he has holding his camera that he keeps with him for going everywhere. And he is wearing a baseball cap to hide his messy hair. Oh, also, he looks awkward as fuck. His face is terrible. Like, he wants to be like the star of like a paranormal thing, but he's got a face for radio.
Is that one of those terrible faces?
It's just labeled terrible. There's no
Yeah.
actual face.
You know when like a face is really terrible?
Yeah,
He's got one of
It's
those.
one of the bad faces.
All right, and let's pan over to your uncle, Milford, the Rons.
Yeah, the Rons. Just imagine like a kind of shorter, uglier greaser. I wear a leather jacket. I smoke cigarettes. I drive a car. I'm the Rons.
Cool. So as the group is getting acquainted with each other, having connected with their very consistent Counter-Strike team member that has helped them win many a games and is known throughout the Steam forums as the GG King. As you guys are reacquainting with one another, Obed, having set the boat on a course towards the Beacon Island, steps off from his piloting seat and comes and joins you and sees like, so, what brings you four specifically? Well, I know you're here to help repair the lighthouse, but what about you three? What brought you on?
Yeah, can I take a second to just kind of wonder in character about like how inconsistent all the accents are? Like we're Rhode Island and we got like New York, England, also England, just straight up normal American.
Hey, thanks for calling out my shitty accent.
So like you're from like Pirate Town or?
No, I've just had a long strain of like bad coughing and viral diseases, and it's altered
Oh.
my vocal cords quite a
dang.
bit.
A man
hey,
of
that's
the
not bad.
sea. I've seen it.
Yeah,
Sure.
man, I'm a huge diver. I take people on tours if you're interested. Call them Obed's Diving Horrific Tourisms.
Oh, do you guys want to go scuba diving instead of do the lighthouse thing at all?
It's a great deep dive. You'll see.
Oh, I do love a good deep dive.
Let's do that.
Hey, it's just a quick big deposit of $227, and I can set you guys up to go.
My dad gave me $20 and I have a broken credit card.
I've also got 20 and a firm handshake if that'll.
Well, here's what we'll do. Why don't you give me that as a deposit, and in a couple days, I'll take you guys out to sea. How's that sound?
That's the most suspicious thing I ever heard.
Yeah, my uncle says I have to stop being such a sucker.
Yeah, quit being such a sucker. You can't let this old bed guy just kind of run you down.
Aye, man. The lighthouse is a kind of weird place anyway. This is a little spooky.
Like, what was your first question? I'm terrified of the ocean.
I was curious what brought you guys out here. I know you're here to help fix the lighthouse. That's what my brother told me. What about you three?
You see my friends here, Ron and Milford. They're quite into ghost hunting.
Ghost hunting?
Finding things that don't exist, like, the spooky things. And
Oh.
I'm just here to make sure that they don't get themselves killed. I'm just trying to look out for them.
So I'm guessing you heard about the legends, right? Surrounding the lighthouse.
Huh? What do you mean? Ghosts ain't real, Pops.
What? No, I was just here for the lighthouse opening. This is a spooky thing, too. This is fantastic.
Oh, wait, I forgot. You're actually related to us, right? Uncle invited you along.
Yeah, I mean, we were just here because I've got like a family connect. I was going to bring my new uncle to meet my old uncle so they could fight.
Oh, well, hey, Barnabas is my brother, so I guess we're uncles together, and he sticks out a handshake.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay, I'm starting to feel some uncle sort of connection here. All right.
Yeah,
great.
you want to lend me $50?
Nah, $50. That'll be like $1,000 in 20 years.
It's 1998.
Yeah, right. You ever heard? Inflation hasn't been invented yet.
No, it's not real. Anyways,
it's not real.
so you're into ghost hunting, nephew. That's pretty cool. Let me tell you about the legend about the
Whoa,
lighthouse.
Whoa. Oh, wait. No, you are his uncle.
I am his
that
uncle.
That tracks. No, that's my bad. Sorry, I get really protective of my uncle.
This intro's taking way too long. Let me do this exposition so we can move along. Legends say that the lighthouse was originally created for a far more nefarious purpose. You hear?
Mind if I smoke? I'm already smoking.
Kids can smoke. Man, people are growing up so fast these days.
It's good for you still.
Okay. 1998?
Yeah. Anyways, continue.
Yeah, my mom's got a prescription.
Fucking let me do my exposition, goddammit. Okay, legends say that the
Eugene
lighthouse...
pulls out an egg and says, "This is your brain on drugs."
I think I can call my briefing right now that I got...
Cut it off with that knock shit.
Legends say that the lighthouse was really created for a far more nefarious purpose, as a way for an ancient cult that had taken up residence in Innsmouth to commune with their dark god.
A doghouse, if you will.
Yeah, dark house. It was said that many years ago, on these very shores of Folly Point, our grandfather, George Marsh, the first lighthouse keeper, had destroyed the light himself in order to keep a dark terror known as the Deep Ones from encroaching on our shores. Why, this cursed island had even claimed my father. If the lighthouse were to be relit, I fear it will be beckoning these dark creatures to come ashore once again.
You say something over there, old bed?
That's a pretty cool story.
Sounded like you just were like monologuing about some crazy shit.
Honestly, I've read many books about the lighthouse, and I've never heard anything about some deep ones. I can't believe that this is true.
I've heard them in the industry, sure. Every lighthouse has got a story.
Yeah, is this like that the Y2K stuff that George was talking about?
Ooh, you preparing for the Y2K as well?
I know I am.
Stocked up.
Absolutely. When the computers go down, lighthouses are the future.
Maybe not this one. This one's a little wacky. It's a little cursed, is what I've got anything to say about it.
Now when I'm done with it,
Yeah, we brought a lighthouse doctor, so it'll be fine.
that's right.
All right. Really quickly, Eugene, go ahead and make a listen roll for me.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna succeed no matter what.
Okay, this is gonna be. We need an extreme success on this one, or you do a sanity check.
So my listening is literally a 100. A extreme success is a 20, and I rolled a 17.
Okay. So you hear like a large gust of wind, all right? And it causes you to draw your attention out at sea to the west. And you notice this pluming dark gray cloud with lightning crashing through. And it looks like a storm might be coming.
Is there any way this boat can go faster? It seems that there's a storm looming over there. It's based on my calculations. He puts his finger in his mouth and lifts it up in the air. It'll arrive in about 17 minutes or so.
Obed looks over and he's just like, nah, that's no storm coming our way. It's going out west or something. We'll be perfectly fine.
Excuse me, you're a nautical captain, aren't you?
I am. The best in the business.
Well, I don't think so, because that storm is headed straight towards us.
Wow, you're so confident for a child.
All right, and then we smash cut, and you guys wake up with a splash of salt water on your face, a little bit of dribbling rain hitting the air, and you just cough up a little seawater and sand.
Oh, that's really salty.
Oh, where the fuck am I? What happened? All I remember is something about a stoom.
Yeah, that was a stoom brewing.
If you guys want to remember what happened, you guys can make a history check.
All right, I'm gonna make a history check.
Oh, me too.
That's a 64.
Oh, I'm gonna do it as well.
Absolutely not.
That's a 15
I
or
failed.
85.
Oh, damn! You know your history.
Success.
I'm proud of you. Proud of you, nephew.
Thanks, Punk.
I rolled a 17. That's an extreme success.
For those who rolled success or higher, you remember as Eugene is debating Obed over the storm coming through, it suddenly just approaches the ship out of nowhere, crashing along the boat, and it smashes into one of the rocks about like a few miles out from the lighthouse. Obed, in a panic, tells you all to get on a really less than secure life raft to get you on the boat. Can all of you make a pilot check, or one of you, whoever wants to drive the boat, make a pilot check here?
All right, I can drive a car. I don't know how much of that.
No, I think it
Transfers.
applies. I think you gotta drive
It's the same
it.
thing?
We're gonna drown.
All right, no one else could drive a boat. Just checking.
Yes.
I always have someone else sail. I don't know.
Okay, crazy.
You gotta do it, Uncle. I look down to you.
I can't even. My accent is gone. I'm just so freaked out. Just drive the damn boat.
I knew you were faking this shit. Why would there be an English kid going to a school in Rhode Island?
I grew up in London.
You were there for 3 weeks.
Name one thing in London.
The London Symphony.
That's a
Yeah.
74 on a 20.
What was it?
74 on a 20.
74 out of 20, so that's a hard fail.
I don't actually. I forgot. I took my points out of Drive Auto because I think it would be funnier if I didn't actually know how to drive a car.
Ron Zuko was like, well, clearly it's a boat, and a boat is just a car on water. So if I drive it like a car, it'll go great. You kick up the motor and you fire it, and you just launch yourself off of one of the rocky terrains and crash into the island. Everyone splatters around, and your raft explodes. Dukes of Hazzard
Hold on,
style.
guys. Hold on, guys. Usually this works in the movies.
It's been roughly like an hour or so, based off of your high success on your history check, since the incident occurred. You guys are now on the beach of Beacon Island.
Oh, we've been laying here for an hour. Ugh.
My camera. Oh no.
Oh God.
I just dig into my bag and try to make sure my camera is okay, or is it water damaged?
It's definitely damaged. If you want, you can try to make a mechanical repair roll here to see if you can fix it up.
You know, I'm a mechanic.
Can you do anything for it? And I just like jump all the water out of the camera and shake it off and hand it to you.
I could try. You want me to
Yeah, describe how you do it for me. Or so how you try to fix it, yeah.
repair the
Yeah,
camera?
yeah. What are you going to do? Yeah, you still have your trusty wrench on you.
Oh, looks like the water knocked the lens nail screw loose.
Well,
I
it's
think you
got
gotta tighten that.
Yeah,
no,
that's
it's
what I was
just
gonna say.
small plastic tabs that you just got to pry. You can get it with the fingernail with these and pop it open. And yeah, let's see here. Should I not roll?
No, you're. If you wish to attempt to fix it, it's going to be it's going to require a hard success to get it at least somewhat working, and extreme success to like bring it back to full function.
Do you want me to take a crack at it?
I don't think that I don't have any other choice here. Can I give him a help action in some way or no?
What are you going to try to do?
I think while he's prying it,
I walk up in this moment and I'm just like, oh, you just gotta hit him with one of these, and I knock it like the Fonz. It's a jukebox.
Oh no. Okay. I don't think that helps in any way. I'm gonna give you what they call a penalty die in Call of Cthulhu. So roll the D100 and take
I
the
don't
lower.
get the Happy Days The
Wait,
Happy Days
wait.
logic.
Well, hold on.
Am I rolling again?
Well, one second before you do that. Okay, so you're gonna Fonz it, right?
Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
gonna, you just gotta hit it with one of these.
What skill are you gonna roll to do that?
Can I roll like Dex? Just kind of like dexterously
Yeah, dex it.
tap it.
Yeah, dexterly
All
tap
right.
it.
Sweet. Is that a 55?
Yep.
Hey, that's a success.
You succeed. Okay, so that's a normal success. Okay.
Yeah, 55 to a 60.
So he taps it and doesn't break the camera. So now you can go attempt your fix. How would you get?
And I'm also going to like hold the camera steady while he's trying to like pry the tab so he doesn't have to like the sort of third hand in the situation.
Sure. So what you see here is Milford is holding up the camera. Then as George comes through to attempt to fix it and pry it open, Ron comes over and just spinning elbows and hits it with a bag
Hey, you
and
gotta hit
shakes
one
it.
of these.
Yeah. Doesn't break it, luckily, but, doesn't really help.
I got an 85 and my skill is 80.
Ooh, okay. So you pry it open and the lens
You can
slams.
spend luck though, right?
You can
if,
spend
I
luck.
mean, if this is actually that important.
That's true. If you'd like, you can spend luck to reduce the number to make it a success. Or if you want, you can push it. But if you fail, the camera will shatter.
And my luck never comes back.
Your luck does not come back if you spend it. Not in like game wise, you can get it back through rest and stuff, but that won't happen in this one shot. But you can also push it if you can describe how you attempt to try to fix it, because you've been trying to pry at it and it's
Well,
not
I
working.
think I might have something that could work.
Okay.
Dude.
Since that didn't work, what are you gonna do next?
Milford, do you have the instruction manual for the camera?
Oh no, I lost that instantly.
Damn.
Cuts to like
Sorry.
open waters and it's just floating.
Sorry, I am of no help here.
Okay. Just take it back. It'll dry.
Maybe we can go in the lighthouse and see if it's got like internet, and then we can like look up the manual or something.
Yeah, I think I just
Yeah.
might see if I can put it in some rice when we get there.
Milford starts crying a little bit and puts it in his bag.
Hey, I'm sure it'll be fine. Let's head inside. I guess.
So really quickly, as you look at your camera, it looks like the recording button was on, but as of right now, you can't access any of the footage. Okay.
Oh, now it's gonna have used all my tape up. Ugh.
Maybe there'll be a camera store inside.
There's probably a 1-hour photo somewhere near here.
Yeah.
On the lighthouse island, we can see the whole island.
Lighthouses are kind of like big cameras, right?
Your other uncle owns this island, right? So maybe he's got another camera of his own.
Maybe.
Oh wait, speaking of where is Zobed?
Oh yeah. Wait, my family member is missing. I should be more. Oh God.
Oh, and where's the green herring?
The boat, the last you remember had crashed and foundered onto the rock. I think that's the right word. And had taken on a lot of water. Obed had said that he would stay on the ship and go down with the ship and gave you,
Actually insane.
as the captain of the ship and gave you a very crappy blow up raft to get back to shore.
Wow, so we just died.
Well, I can tell you where Obed went. He is dead.
Went to the old bed of the ocean.
Yes.
The ocean bed.
He's in a bed of roses.
Oh, God.
He's insensitive talking about his family member.
Milford is just like welling up with tears and trembling.
I'm the tallest. Why are you doing this?
He is a giant child here.
All right, may you rest in peace.
But as like a little history for you, you've never met either of these uncles before. They're kind of like brand new to your family and kind of reached out to you out of nowhere. You did catch one of them on the news maybe a week ago or so, but you don't really remember them too much.
Gone so soon, just like my real mom.
Oh, God.
Okay, hey.
All right. So to paint the scene for you all, you guys have arrived on Beacon Island. There is a light drizzle going on, but you can tell that the storm is going to be approaching soon, and it's going to start raining heavier. For everyone here, go ahead and make a listen or spot hidden roll for me, or a combined roll. Just roll a dice and see which ones you succeed in, and tell me.
And that you can tell was towards Eugene?
Yes.
All right, I got a 37. You said spot, hidden, or listen?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that's a 37 to 60, so it's a success for me.
I got a 85, so that's a success on listen.
I got a 14 success on spot hidden.
I got a 5. That is a success on spot hidden. 25.
Dang.
For those two who have succeeded on spot hidden, to start off, as you arrive on the beach, you notice something shining within the sand.
Oh, maybe that's the instruction manual.
It's definitely not. It's 100% not.
Oh,
It
God.
could be. Let's go check it out.
What you find is a golden coin, and there seems to be what looks to be like an obelisk on one side, and on the other side, some kind of strange scriptures that you have no idea what it is, at least for you, unless you have some expertise in like archaeology or the occult.
Oh,
I don't have a good expertise in the occult.
I have archaeology. Wait, were you listening or spotting hidden?
I was just listening. So
Oh.
like,
Okay. Wait, I've got archaeology here.
Oh, cool. Do you know anything about this? I just assume there's a car wash nearby.
Yeah, you can roll archaeology if you
Like
like.
a coin?
what is that a reference to?
Yeah.
Like, put it in this. Well, I'm not going to be able to help here. I got a 93 on 70.
This coin escapes. You've never seen anything like it before in any of your books, which may be a story for you.
I am quite well versed in the occult. I might be able to provide some insight on it.
What do you get from looking at this?
Oh boy. That's an extreme success. That's a 15 on 85.
15 on 85. Okay. So this is a solid gold coin, okay? Its exact origins escapes you. It's not something often recorded in the history books, but based off of the edges and the deterioration, you can tell it's really old. It's not something that you would find in common day at a Costco selling in bulk. On top of that, it seems to at least be coming from maybe like a remote religious tribe to the South Seas. Like, it seems to have that similar characteristics of how they design stuff and where this kind of metal could be found. After reviewing it for a bit time, even the back of the coin seems to carry some kind of underlying aquatic theme to the coin design as well.
So what is this, like a token for a theme park or something?
Well, I can tell you this much. You're not going to find this at a Costco.
Was it Costco? Oh no,
Costco's existed back then.
Costco's probably
Exi-
exists. But in Rhode Island though, 1998, forget about it.
Think they're gonna build one uptown soon.
From what I can tell, it seems very tribal. I've read about some tribes to the south of here in the South Seas. It seems as though the iconography is related to maybe some kind of beliefs held by that tribe. It is probably quite valuable. I do not think that we should sell it right at this very juncture, but
Right.
I don't know where you would sell it either. You're on
Maybe
a,
to the lighthouse. I don't know.
but this might be worth holding on to. It may come in handy later.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Somebody pocket it then.
and then to
Yeah.
address the listen roll from George. Or I'm sorry, did you have something you want to say?
No, I was, as the adult here, should I hang on to that gold coin?
I mean,
Whoa,
I
whoa,
found
whoa,
it.
whoa, whoa. Okay,
We've
hey.
only
I'll
met
put it
you.
in my bag.
Oh, sure.
We just finished reading Lord of the Flies in high school, so I don't know, deserted island, a bunch of kids. I don't know that you have that kind of authority here right now.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm a little torn because, George, this is the first time we've met you, but I've also seen what happens to things in Milford's bag. So
Well, look, hey, to give him some credit, we also know George from years and years of playing. Has it been out for years and years at this point? I don't really know, but we play a lot of Counter-Strike together.
That's true. So I
That
can't
that
have
is
the gold
true.
coin. It's over. Fine.
So I'm saying maybe we should trust him and give him the gold coin. I don't know.
Actually, I don't even have a bag. You should keep it.
Why even bring it up then? Why even bring it up
But
then?
you don't even have pockets. Where are you? Are you just gonna carry it?
I thought it was, in my hand. I don't
Look,
know.
Milford's camera is getting more wet by the second. We should really get inside.
Oh, God.
Oh, I mean, hang on. I think I was listening.
Yeah, so
Let me hear real quick.
yeah. So you and George, I'll say specifically George in this scenario, since you spotted the gold coin, you hear a light humming. Like, with your background working in lighthouses, you can tell that it sounds like there's a generator running, but something's wrong. Okay, it's clicking. And you can also kind of see a light coming from the distance at the lighthouse, but it's also flickering. You assume there's maybe like a connection issue or maybe a power shortage.
Because I can speak lighthouse.
Oh, hold on. Okay, since you can speak lighthouse, instead you hear power.
I'm broken as fuck over here. Hey, I'm a lighthouse.
Do you hear that too?
Can you speak lighthouse, Ron?
No, I only speak greaser.
Oh, okay.
Did you hear the humming over there?
Yeah. What of it?
I don't know. Should we check that out? I don't.
I mean, is that-
greasers, grease, mechanics.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I drive a car.
You want to take a look? It sounds like something's wrong with it there.
Oh, I mean, I would not have gathered that as a lighthouse expert. But I mean, you're the expert.
Let's check it out.
All right, yeah,
Let's
I
go
mean-
see.
Either way, we should get inside because, I think we're all soaked to the bone.
the storm is approaching rather soon. We should find cover quickly.
Right.
And
Right.
you seem to know a lot about storms for sure.
Specifically, yeah.
I mean,
Cut back to when you started learning about storms.
Oh my gosh, this book is fascinating. Daddy, thank you so much for buying this for me.
No problem. Don't call me daddy.
Sorry, Gerald.
I'm uncle to one nephew.
Oh, we're back in time.
But yeah, enjoy the book. yeah, 2 months ago. When
So wait, Ron bought the book for you and called him daddy because of it on accident? Okay.
I'm only uncle to one nephew.
I get really excited when I get a new book.
I see. All right, cut back to the present day. You guys begin heading towards the lighthouse, the cottage, and I have driven on the map for you all a rough description of what Beacon Island looks like and what you can see. All right. So you guys appear on the north side, the compass is in the top left, of the pier, okay? You guys could not land your boat effectively because no one knows how to drive a boat.
Weird. I don't remember that.
Yeah. So, yeah, your raft has exploded on arrival, and the pier is badly damaged. Walking up towards the lighthouse, you see the towering lighthouse standing in the distance. In front of it is a cottage. The front door is opened, and on the left side of the cottage from where you're standing, you see a flickering light coming from one of the windows. The rest of the other lights are currently off, and there seems to be a bunch of footprints out front. Behind the lighthouse, you guys can spot 2 sheds, one smaller and one larger. The smaller one has a door that looks locked, and that's where you're hearing that kind of humming and generator and the weird power thing coming from, okay? You also spot an outhouse for anyone who needs to alleviate themselves, along with a shower that uses rainwater to collect. To start off, for those who would like to, you can investigate the footprints with a tracking roll, or you can explore around the lighthouse.
All right, what do you say we kind of get a lay of the land here, see what we can use?
Oh, and then on top of that, Eugene does let you know that as the rain picks up, the tracks will probably disappear wherever they lead.
Yes, I told you that just now.
Affirmative. All right, then maybe we split up the gang, so to speak.
Yeah, some of us will like do the research of the feat maybe, and others can go find something to use.
Yeah. So I'm a bit of an urban explorer, so I'm pretty good at navigating. Maybe I can see where these footprints lead,
That would be good. That's not my strong suit at all.
assuming I can do a navigate check.
Oh, and I assume you guys called for somebody during this time while you're here, but no one seems to answer. There's no one here.
Yeah, I think that's one of the first things that Milford does as he walks up. He's like,
Uncle! Other uncle! Other uncle!
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, I was just making sure that one of them was going to answer.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anybody here.
Right. Well, what about those footprints?
We could go check those out.
I'm going to go with Eugene here.
All right.
I can't even see the tracks. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
With your eyes so close to the ground, I would assume. You're always kind of like hunched over.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, leave it to me.
George and I can go check out this humming shack.
The hum shack.
The
Hum
shack,
The
that's where
hum
it's
shack.
at.
Oh,
All right, we all don't have the right song together. Okay.
Yay!
Yeah.
So we have George and Eugene checking out the 2 sheds in the back, and then we have Ron and Milford following the tracks, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and make a tracking roll for me, one of you, whoever wants to do it.
Can I do navigate?
Please explain how you navigate your way through this.
I don't actually know if navigate is like boat navigation or kind of just like nature navigation, but it just kind of makes sense that it's like I have it because I can like find my way around
Yes.
based on like context clues. So I'm kind of thinking like, you know, if the footprints are leading around, then like this is probably the kind of place he would be heading towards based on the locale.
Okay, I'll say that you can use navigate to figure out like which way it's going, but you won't be able to get any more information from the tracks themselves. How's that?
Okay.
Hmm?
Is there a base? Oh, no, okay, I'm seeing track now. Okay. Yeah, so I guess I will just do a navigate check and then kind of like see if I can glean anything about
Sure.
the area around
For sure.
or where the tracks are leading. That is a 3.
Okay, that's an extreme success.
Yep.
It seems to head south towards, and as you're walking along with it, you see that there's another pier there with a rowboat that's been tied off.
really quickly before we follow it, you said the door to the cottage was open.
Yes.
Can I just like peek my head inside real quick and see if I can see anything?
Yeah, it's a dark hallway, and you see on the left side there seems to be light that shines from the study. Besides that, there seems to be it's too dark for you to really interpret anything. You can make a spot hidden roll if you'd like, but you would need an extreme success to glean any information.
No, I was just ducking my head in to see. So, okay, that looks like a real bummer. Let's go see where the tracks are leading.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, it just seems like it leads over to this dock.
Okay.
There's a boat on it.
All right. So we'll say that you two start following along the tracks, and you guys are going to check out the shed, right? Okay, so we'll come back to you in a second. You guys will have to pass through the thicket, the like foresty region around here. As you follow it along, you come across another pier with a boat on the side, but the tracks seem to lead west.
Is it like along the shore or is it like more
Along the
inland?
shore.
All right. Looks like this guy was taking a walk around the island.
All right. And is this water or is this bush?
That is all bush.
All right. Well, I mean, if there's a boat here, then it means that someone must be on this island, right?
You would think so. Is there anything in the boat?
Yeah, maybe you want to take a look at that while I check if there was something the keeper was going to say.
So you look inside the boat. You don't even have to make a spot hidden. There's just 2 oars in there. You guys
Like
possibly...
copper or iron? What are we talking about?
Yeah, the copper oars. No, they're wooden oars that you could possibly use to row yourself back to the mainland. But currently, as the storm picks up, you don't even need a roll for this. Eugene doesn't even have to tell you. It's going to be too dangerous for you guys to get out, especially with how bad you guys are at piloting a boat. It's a terrible idea.
Well, yet to be seen. Yet to be seen.
You can try, I guess. This is the way if you want to get off the island. And as an additional note, as you guys are getting closer, you guys kind of can see that the footprints seem more animalistic than human.
Oh, right. Okay, so maybe not a human, but...
I think we should each take an oar. If there's like a rabid dog out here or something, you don't want to have to get close to it.
Oh, yeah. Good call. I was just going to give him kind of the wata with my switchblade, but yeah. Maybe keep him at an oar's length.
Yeah,
as they
exactly.
say.
Like, you do a good wacha, but I think we should probably just, we each take an oar.
As Ron and Milford take an oar and make wacha sounds, we cut back to Eugene and George investigating the 2 sheds. All right. There seems to be one larger shed. Inside is what clearly is a workshop. There's a lot of tools, sheet metal, nails, hammers, of the like. And then the other shed is currently locked with what you can tell seems to be a caved-in roof.
So that was the story with my first wife. But
Very interesting. I feel like I know you a lot better now.
sure.
Oh.
Well, we've got a caved-in shed, and you'll pass it to the next generation here. Which way there, Eugene?
Well, I mean, the large one, we can kind of see what's in there, but I'm quite... this small one is caved in, but the door is locked. I'm wondering if maybe there's a tool in the large one that we can use to open the door.
You see on the door, it's a master lock with a 4-code combination. But you're a skilled handyman and repairman. You could probably do something with a wrench, or maybe you could find something in the workshop if you'd like to crack it open.
I do have locksmith.
You do?
Do I need something to pick it with, though?
If you can describe to me how you locksmith.
Eugene, you got any got a bobby pin or anything like your other glasses there? They're thin enough to wiggle in and...
He pulls out his second pair of glasses. Yes, I suppose you just be gentle.
Perfect. I'm going to take an end of those and try to...
Oh, perfect. Okay. So you can go ahead and make a locksmithing check on here.
Okay, 59, and my skill is 60.
Okay, wow. That is barely a
Whoa.
success. So you take the end of his glasses. You start... George starts twiddling with the padlock. It doesn't have a slot for it to fully fit in.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I completely forgot.
Yeah. So what ends up happening...
Sometimes if you tap the numbers, you can kind of tell which one
He
is
just needed the glasses to see better.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I see now that this is a combination lock and not the padlock.
Wait a second. What am I doing?
And then when you realize that, you take your wrench and you just snap it, but you do break his glasses, I guess, in doing so.
Oh, no.
Sorry. I didn't even need these. But there they are. Thank you.
Oh, no.
It's okay.
I just toss them on the ground. Oh,
We'll get you a new pair, I'm sure.
okay.
You want a mechanical repair his glasses?
Sure. Yeah, actually, give those
Oh,
back. Yeah. Let me see here. I've got some chewing gum.
Okay, MacGyver that nonsense.
Very 90s.
Chew that real quick and stick it together. 22, mechanical is 80.
Oh wow, yeah. You just like you take the
Wow.
gum that was sitting in the back of your mouth this entire ride and just like re-solidify it, and you're like, it's all good to go.
There you go. Good as
You
new.
can't even see the gum. That's amazing.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Solid craftsman work.
George's work.
I'll put him proudly back in my.
It's like a
Twitter vest.
Kitsugi thing, but it's like a pink line instead from the
That's
That's pretty
sick.
cool.
Yeah.
Well, I have to say that was very impressive. Breaking the lock like that.
Sure. I bet I had you going at first with thinking I was going to pick it.
I didn't know what you were doing, honestly.
Neither do I.
Why
these
you needed
days.
the glass? Anyway, let's open the door. See what's inside.
Sure.
Yeah, you push open the small shed, and you can see the generator that was humming. It seems to be, because of the caved-in roof, water seems to be dripping on the generator and causing it to short out a bit. With all the things that you saw in the larger work shed, George and Eugene most likely could repair the roof, or you can work directly on the generator itself and try to bring it back to full function.
Wait, so we can repair the roof or repair the generator?
I mean, you can try to do both, but it will take a bit of time to.
Can I examine is like water from the broken roof causing the issue with the generator?
Yeah, with your specialty, you know right off the bat, like the sizzling, the sparks, it's probably going to cause it to short circuit after a while if you don't do anything about it at all.
Is it speaking lighthouse currently?
The generator,
I'm wet as fuck, dude.
Sure.
Damn.
why don't you roll Lighthouse for me really quick?
I'm sizzling over here.
Got a 67, lighthouse is 80.
You continue to hear the light tone that just says power.
Okay, yeah, power.
Power.
It sounds afraid of the approaching storm as well.
Oh, yes, so am I. I feel like maybe the more pressing concern right now is to get this roof up.
Let's get the roof.
Let's get the roof up.
Yep.
Yes.
If you want to repair the roof, you may use either an arts and crafts roll, a carpentry roll, or a mechanical repair roll. Just please explain how you do it.
I'm not good at any of those. I'm not a very handy person.
What's the roof made of?
It's a wooden roof, but you have some extra sheet metal inside the larger workshop, along with some nails, hammers, and whatnot.
That's what I would say is take the sheet metal, put it against the hole and nails just straight through the sheet metal.
Can I roll, as kind of a help action, can I roll for library use instead? Reading books on how to properly do a shed.
Okay, yeah, we'll see if you've ever had a chance to do shed work. Roll library use. We'll say this is it's probably not something you commonly look into as being interesting, so I'll say it's a hard success to get it.
Okay.
It almost tracks that there would be like a how to repair sheds book in a shed. Like that almost makes sense.
Like the dummies books,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Where it does in the 90s, yeah.
So my hard success is 45. I rolled a 43.
Ooh, okay, so you barely make it. We cut back to you in the library. You're talking to your librarian friend. I forgot her name.
Surely reading.
Miss Reading,
Miss
yeah.
Readings, okay.
Yeah.
And you're explaining to her how you learned how to make sheds and all the different intricacies that require it. And because of that, connecting it in your mind palace to Shirley Reading, you remember this specific book. So we'll say you get a bonus die on your repair roll.
I don't know, how does that work?
Yeah, so you essentially get two 1d10 or 1d100 rolls, and you take the higher. It's like advantage.
Oh, okay. 67,
I walk you through all of the different ways that I learned how to.
66. Perfect. Okay, and the score is 80.
Okay, so
So-
success. Okay, cool. So it does take you a bit of time as you're listening to him tell you something that you already know what to do.
Yeah. Thanks, Lee. Thanks, Eugene. Yeah.
You have to screw this part into that.
I think the thing
Okay.
that he helps you the most with is getting on the roof just because you're so short compared to him.
Sure.
Brutal.
Yeah, and it's
You know
just
what often helps is a ladder.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
Your large, burly arms. Thank you so much.
all right. As this attractive teenager and this older, shorter mechanical repairman work on this shed,
blows in the wind.
they attempt to fix the roof on this generator. We cut back to the two boys by the pier talking about oars and switchblades, Ron and Milford. You guys established now you have oars, and you guys hear a bit of rustling in the bushes behind you.
What was that?
Oh God, I don't know.
Oars up. Oars up, nephew. Oars up. We just spent
Oars
the last
up.
20 minutes practicing swings.
Sorry, you're right.
So you're
We
nice
got-
and warmed up. All right, oars up. We're going to turn around on 3. 1,
2,
2, 3. Ah!
You swing at the bush. It's a little rabbit, and it jumps over.
Oh, God, man.
I'm sorry, I could have swung that way harder. That probably should have killed a rabbit.
Oh, no, okay. Well, we're not just trying to wantonly kill wildlife.
That's a good point. It was mildly sociopathic of me for a second.
I mean, sometimes you're just in that headspace, you're swinging an oar for 20 minutes, and then it's like, yeah, you start seeing everything like an oar-shaped hole, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Right.
The rain's starting to pick up. It
We
looks like the
should
tracks
follow
are about
these
to
footprints.
disappear.
Let's follow them maybe and see if we can find where they're supposed to terminate, and then we'll go get the crew.
Can I get a sense of if the tracks we've been following kind of look like rabbit tracks, or is it like definitely not?
Definitely not. Like
Okay.
they're so large, and they seem to fill with water, almost like webbed duck feet to some extent.
Or how big the rabbits get on this island.
And how webbed the feet get.
Let's go find this web-footed rabbit.
Yeah. Thank you for yes-anding my very weird idea.
Yeah, my after-school improv club. Pete
yeah,
taught me that.
right. Big in the 90s. Improv was way bigger in the 90s. Right. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna follow the tracks.
All right, you follow the tracks along, and see an open cavern. Go ahead and make another listen roll.
Oh
for me.
shit! All right.
Listen, roll.
Yeah, before we go in, let's take a listen. Oop. Gonna re-roll that. That is a 4.
It's a 55 to a 20.
Yeah, it's an extreme success for me.
So Ron, go ahead and make a spook check for me.
Oh, damn. All
We've-
right. So here's our sanity system. It's just renamed Spook. All right, I have a sanity of 40. Here we go. Hoop. That is a 70.
So that's a fail.
Yep.
As you listen,
Hold on, I hear something.
you listen intently. You hear this.
Oh, God. What the fuck was that? There's Murlocs in here from Warcraft 3, but that
Oh
game
my
ain't
God.
out yet. No, that game ain't out yet. So I can't be scared. Or maybe I am more scared because I don't have the context of the
Yeah.
game characters.
Roll a 1d4, and you take some spook.
That's a 3?
Your spook is reduced by 3, and you begin to start hearing this more often. It seems to be echoing throughout the whole cave.
Oh, it's like it keeps going.
It's still going.
Is it like really faint or is it like quite obvious?
It's pretty faint.
Okay. All right. Okay, man.
What's up? You look like you hear something. Are you okay?
There's something fucked up in that cave.
What do you mean? Like, describe it. Like, do it. What do you
It
hear?
kind of sounds like hey, you know that game that comes out in like 6 years, Warcraft 3?
No, I don't. Do the sound. What are you
Okay,
hearing?
Well, there's these there's these enemies called Murlocs in that game. They kind of sound like.
Oh, dang.
Anyways, don't tell anybody I made that sound because like I
Yeah,
kind of
that's
have to
super
appear
gross.
cool. Yeah. Right. Cool. So just between you and me, there's something fucked up in there.
Yeah, if we weren't related, I would have lost a little bit of respect for you for making
Yeah,
that
yeah.
noise.
But you have to respect
But
me,
I
right?
do.
'Cause I'm
Yeah,
your
as
uncle.
as my older uncle.
Because I'm your uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right. Hey, you want recording this? Are you?
Ah!
Oh no, you can't. Okay, no,
Yeah.
sorry, that's kind of
Honestly, too soon. That really
right.
hurt.
No, that's my bad. That's my bad.
This rain's picking up. Should we go find the guys and let them know that there's a weird cave over here?
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to step foot in there.
So as you guys turn around, you look down and you see. Sorry, here, let me pull that up.
100 gold coins.
Yeah, 100 gold coins just sitting there, ready
Oh,
to
damn,
eat you.
all right.
So as you guys turn around, there's this dripping sound that like reeks behind you, and you smell rotting fish. You see 2 webbed feet covered in gray rough skin. They're connected to muscular trunk-sized legs.
Oh God.
Uncle?
As you look up, pronounced flaps of fat fold out from around its neck.
Oh God, I think it's
And
Josie
jowl.
O'Donnell.
On a narrow head, you see 2 bulging, watery eyes stare sightlessly at you.
Hi, Mrs. O'Donnell. Sorry, we didn't know you were going to be here.
Don't provoke her.
So you 2 see this bulking, massive, aquatic creature standing behind you, just breathing heavily. What do you guys do?
I mean, we run, right? Like,
Okay, nobody move. Wait, does it look like he is gonna like
is it advancing?
come attack us, or is he kind of like,
Oh yeah, for sure. It looks like he's about to try to grab you too.
oh fuck, all right, okay, maybe we do move. All right, let's book it. Let's go find George and Eugene.
Can I propose one thing? Like, I think probably reactively, we would or at least I think Milford would reactively like swing at the thing right before running.
How
Like,
close is it to
yeah,
us?
is it
Right behind you.
Oh, like we were at the mouth of the cave.
like we
basically.
turned around, we
Oh,
heard
alright.
it,
Oh,
and
yeah,
immediately
all right.
spun.
Oh, okay, yeah. I guess we'll probably both kind of just like
Yeah, roll a brawl
Yeah,
check.
like freak out brawl at it,
because
like try to
we
hit it
were
with like
in
a
kind of like or mentality. Yeah,
yeah. We've got our
This is an oar-shaped Rosie. To bring that back.
Jesus Christ. Roll a brawl check, damn it.
All right.
Oh, I got a big old 81.
You?
I got a 54.
No one said we were good at fighting.
All that training on the pier has not done you any favors as you both swing the oar and smash it over the creature's body, and both your oars just snap.
Oh, fuck. I have forgotten all my training. Let's
Oh,
get the
no,
fuck out of
let's
here.
go!
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and start a chase sequence here. So both of you make a constitution check.
I really wish my camera was working for this.
Oh,
This
shit.
is
We found
crazy.
it. We found it. It's some kind of ghost fish. What check?
Con.
Okay, I got a 51 on a 35. I am not a very constituent man.
I got a 15 on a 70.
So you succeeded.
Damn.
Yeah.
But you failed.
Yeah.
Okay. So you, he also failed his con. Oh, sorry. So Josh, Milford. Thank you. Sorry, I have the names written here. Sorry. It's so hard. This is such a new
Hey,
experience.
that's my nephew, all right?
Yeah.
You remember his name.
Address me by my first name or my uncle's gonna beat you up.
Oh, no,
His
not
Uncle
Ron.
Ron is going to beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, Ron's so slow. All right. So
All right, you know what? I can't
Milford,
refute it.
you succeed on your constitution check. That means you are running faster than normal. Adrenaline kicks in and you book it. You are gone. Okay, where are you heading?
I am heading along the beach to try to head back up to the lighthouse.
Okay. You book it. You clear it back to the lighthouse.
I
on
don't
foot.
notice that he's not with me, or
No, we're going to cut back to see what
Okay.
happens to him. All right, Ron, you failed your constitution check. That means your move score is reduced by 1. What is your current move score?
Okay, my move is 7, reduced by 1 is 6.
Okay. The aquatic creature, we will dub the deep one here. His move score is also 8, but he also failed his constitution check. So his move score is 7. So he's still faster than you. So we're going to enter a chase
Oh,
sequence.
fuck.
Okay. What's going to happen here? I'm going to pull out a little piece of paper.
Not the paper.
Oh, no, I got a whiteboard here. Perfect.
you just hear Milford screaming in the distance.
Wait. Oh, why is he so... His legs are so long. Damn it. Well, at least I know he'll be safe.
Yeah, Milford is literally all legs. That's just where all of his height
It's
comes
just
from.
so fast. Just like, Milford, don't get left. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, God. All right. There he goes. I'm so fucked.
All right. So we've entered into a chase. You're not fast enough to outrun him naturally. But
right.
because you both swung an oar at him and cracked it over his chest,
Yep.
he's going to start off 2 locations behind you, okay? He is currently still at the cave, and you are on the beach booking it, okay? Milford has gunned it, and he is out of sight, out of mind,
Okay.
because he is that fast.
Right. All right. I tripped a little.
The way this works is each person gets a 1 move action for the difference in move, and everyone starts with 1. So it's your slowest here, you get 1 move action. He gets 2, okay? The fish creature
Okay.
gets 2, and Ron gets 1.
Gotcha.
Okay. And the person with the higher dexterity score goes first. So what is your dexterity score?
My dex, I'm pretty dexterous. That's a 60.
You do go first.
So how does this work? Do I have a move action?
Yes. So you can either use your move action to move to the next location, which we'll say is the pier. You can use an attack to do something back at him if you'd like,
Okay.
or you can take a cautious approach to a hazard check that's coming up. And for you, there's a hazard check on the next location at the pier. The water tide has risen up and has caused like muddy ground.
Oh, gotcha. I'm just kind of like on the open beach right now, right?
Yes, you're currently on the open beach.
Okay. So I'll just book it.
You just book it to the next location? Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Just try and get some distance between me and this murloc.
This dark fish creature is also going to book it. He's going to use his 2 actions to move up to you. So
Okay, so he catches up to me.
he hasn't caught up to your location. You're at the pier. He's still on the beach, but he's pretty close behind. So as a demonstration,
okay.
he is just 1 location behind you. right now.
Gotcha. Great. Thank you for
Okay.
that.
Now it is your turn. What do you do?
Okay. So I'm at this sort of like muddy thing to cross.
Because the tide has risen up, it's super muddy here and it's very difficult to cross. So if you do attempt to cross it, you have to make a skill check, depending on which one you choose to cross the mud, and it will be naturally more difficult for you. So it'll be a hard check currently.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, I'm a pretty like physical guy. I can get around, kind of scrambly. So I'm gonna try to just jump it.
Okay, make a
Long
jump check.
jump.
Yeah.
Pretty good at that. Here we go. Legs don't fail me now. 58 on a 75.
Okay, you clear the muddy ground. All right.
You get cleared muddy ground.
All right. So the fish creature is going to move into the muddy area and he's going to try to get through it as well. He rolls a 68 and he gets stuck.
Perfect.
Back to your action. What do you do?
All right. What am I coming up on?
You're coming up on a fallen tree. It seems to be blocking your path.
Is it just like it's just like a pretty typical size like tree trunk? I can just jump over it.
Yeah, you can definitely try jumping over it again, but you do notice like the creature is starting to lag behind. You can either try to hide and get away, or you can try to make it back to the lighthouse and maybe lose him. But there's also a chance you could be making him follow you too.
Okay. Yeah, I guess what I'll do is I'll take off my cool greasy leather jacket
Okay.
and I'll like throw it one way as a sort of diversion while he's, caught in the mud.
Sure.
And then I'll duck behind the tree.
Sure. What kind of check would you want to use for that?
Just stealth.
Stealth? Okay, roll for stealth.
Yeah, all right. I don't get any advantage
No.
for my clever use of tactics.
If anything, it'll hinder him. Okay.
Okay. No, that is a 92.
92. Okay. So you're just too distraught by the loss of your leather jacket, and you go back and put it back on.
Okay. Oh shit. You know what? Never mind. That was pretty expensive. Let me just. Oh fuck.
Okay. The creature this time is he's still stuck in the mud right now.
Okay.
You notice too from this that he seems not to be the most agile, but this time he muscles through it. He hits a 16 and pulls himself out of the mud, and he moves to your location. He's looking for you now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but since he just got here, he can't make the roll yet. So it's your turn.
Oh, I see.
It seems like he's probably going to get clued in on you soon. What do you want to do?
I guess I will just. I'll try to keep hiding and see if I can kind of just wait him out.
See if you can hide better this time. Roll another
Yeah,
stealth
okay.
check.
I got my jacket with me this time, so I'm not really, I got the nerves a bit settled.
Okay.
Oh no, that's still really bad. That is an 85.
85. Okay, let's see if he finds you. He's got to succeed on his roll, okay? He rolled a 53 and he also fails. So you guys are just kind of like barely passing each other.
It is truly Scooby-Doo style. We're just like dipping around trees.
You're like looking up through opposite sides of the same tree that you're hiding.
just like, oh, okay, I know he's coming.
Okay. So we're going to do one more check here, okay?
Okay.
Tell me what you do. Do you try to book it? Do you try to hide some more? Are you going to do something to distract him?
Will you let me climb up a tree?
I will let
To
you climb a
hide.
tree.
Okay. I will try that because then maybe I can, like get him to climb up and then hop off or something. I don't know. Cat style. Oh, geez. I'm rolling like garbage. That is an 87.
So you fail to climb. So you attempt to climb up a tree and then just go as your claws drag you down
Cat
slowly.
style?
Cat style, yeah.
Can I try pushing that?
Yeah, you can. You can definitely push,
Okay.
or you can use luck as well if you'd like.
Okay, let me push because that's like a lot of luck.
But I will say this: if you fail, he will immediately catch eyes on you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it. I like these odds. Is that a 30? Yeah. Or no, 51 on a 60.
Okay, so you succeed. Okay, so describe how you cat clawed down the tree. How do you scramble back up?
Oh, I guess I just kind of like throw my jacket that I had thrown off before, so it's kind of like
Oh.
around my waist, and I kind of just like do the Mulan style, like
Make
wrap it
a
around
man
the
out of
tree,
you?
and then,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Scramble up super fast.
so you succeed on a roll. He's got to try to find you again. Okay, he gets one check here. Oh, he hit a 9.
Ooh.
Extreme.
Okay.
He spots you right away. Okay, but you are up a tree.
I'm just kind of like, okay. I'm just gonna try. I guess I'll just try to like wait until he gets close and then just like jump off and try to just get away.
Okay, he sees you. Okay, he
Yeah.
hasn't climbed the tree yet. The tree you climbed is decently tall.
Okay, yeah.
So you're if he's gonna try to scale the tree as well.
Okay, perfect.
Actually, no, he's gonna try to push the tree over.
Oh,
Whoa.
I didn't know that was on the table.
Okay, this is gonna be a hard success for him. Okay,
Okay.
he has to be a 45. He rolled a 73.
Okay.
He's
Great.
not been lifting, so he's pushing at the tree and he's shaking. That's
Is
all
it
he's doing.
apparent that he's like strong as fuck?
Oh yeah, he is a bulky like his legs are like tree trunks and his
Okay.
arms are like 2 tree trunks.
So yeah, like the way he's shaking the tree, it's clear that he is like superhumanly strong.
He is definitely on the upper ranges of human. Like from the physicality of what he looks like, he is abnormally large.
Oh, okay.
But like he didn't push the tree over, to be fair.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. Yeah. So I'm not looking at him and being like, okay, that is like a monster.
I mean, it looks like a monster to you.
Right. But in terms of him, like, he's not just kind of like picking up trees and throwing them around.
Yeah, and then I forgot, but since you guys both saw the creature, go ahead and make
I
a
was gonna
spoopy
say,
check.
yeah.
Sorry.
That is a
Man, you gotta change
63.
dice.
Yeah, no, I think.
Yeah,
I
what are
will.
you doing? This is a 24 of a 35.
Okay, so you succeed. Go ahead and roll and you fail, right?
Yep.
Both of you roll a d4. Josh, you get some bravery if you succeed.
Oh.
And then Daniel, you take some spook damage.
I got a big old 4.
You got a big old 4. Oh, God.
I got a
Goes down to
1.
33.
Okay, so you get
Oh,
so
nice.
Josh gets some bravery back, and Daniel gets some more spoopy.
I got a little more spoopy.
So how much bravery do I get for that?
You get 1. Yeah.
Oh, 1,
So
okay,
the d4 is how much you get back.
Dope.
But knowing that
Oh.
Milford's all right gives me strength.
It does. It does give you a little bit strength. Okay.
But also, you kind of abandoned me, which is sort of a crazy move.
Okay.
Not nephew like. Okay, yeah. So I'm just gonna book it. I'm just gonna try to like,
Yes.
now that he's,
So
at the tree, I'm gonna try and
because I forgot to do this at the beginning.
Yep.
You hit 8. This is 1/5 of your sanity score.
Okay.
So you enter into madness for a bit.
Oh, okay.
So
That
we're
makes
gonna- We're
sense.
gonna roll 1d4. 4.
Oh no, well, I'm actually it's 7.
It's 7.
Yeah, because I had 3 and 4, but I don't know.
Oh, so 3 and 4. Okay, so no, you're still
Yeah, so
fine.
I'm
You're
still
fine.
7.
You're
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Didn't want to like take the wind out of your sails.
Nah, man, take all
But
the
your boy
wind.
is still at a 7.
Cool. You got one more before
I
you hit
ain't
that mad.
insane
You get
yet.
really scared. Okay.
The Rons never goes insane.
Okay. What
That's
do you
what
do?
they say about the Rons.
All right. Your last action. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait. Now that he's at the base of the tree, I'm gonna try and just jump off and sprint away.
Roll for jump.
All right. I wasn't even trying to play it to my best skill, but now that I said it, you know what, I will. 24. That is a hard success.
Hard success. Okay. You jump from tree to tree.
Oh, Naruto style.
Naruto style.
The
And
show's
just,
not out yet, but chakra.
and then the branch you jump off of falls on the fish creature and then hits
Oh,
him and
It's some cartoon style.
cartoon style and stuns him as you leave and jump into
Do
back
his
towards the
legs
lighthouse.
kind of like fold up accordion style?
Yeah.
Little stars and Tweety birds like
Yeah,
circle
yeah,
around
yeah,
his
yeah.
head.
We cut back to Eugene and George. They have successively repaired the roof to the generator, and it seems to be running much more functionally. Go ahead and make a lighthouse language check. What a weird sentence, y'all.
Wow, you did a great job building that, rebuilding the shed.
Thanks. Oh boy, 97
97.
to an 80.
It's
Okay.
almost the year we're in.
You just suffer like so much is coming at you all of a sudden now that there's more power flowing through the lighthouse. You can't really understand what it's trying to speak to you.
Well, I think we did something for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you should have spent a little bit less time talking about your second wife while you were
Right.
building it. I mean, it was great to learn
Yeah.
about all the moles that she has over her body, but
Sure.
I think that time
Come
would
on.
have...
Okay.
Home Christmas to bags packed, and she was on her way out. Was brutal.
All right.
Sure.
While George and Eugene's having this conversation, the light in the study has solidified. It's no longer flickering, and Milford comes bursting through the thicket.
Hey, Milford.
Oh,
Guys, wait, where's my Ron? Where's Ron? Where's Ron? There's a monster. We gotta get him. You gotta help me. There's a monster.
I've also successfully escaped, right?
Correct. Yeah,
Okay.
but it took you a while, so he's gonna have a few minutes.
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Slow down. What?
Monsters don't exist. What are you talking about?
That's what I thought. That's what I thought too, because I have all of my evidence. But look, if I would have proven it with my camera, but it's wet. But there's a monster out there. There's a monster out there. I saw her on TV once.
Okay. Oh my god.
What's this monster look like? What are you saying? Come on.
There's like a big fish thing with feet that are like fish feet. It's like a 2 mermaid tails stuck together and a monster on top.
Have you been drinking?
No, I haven't. No, Ron won't let me borrow his flask.
And what happened to him? Where's he at?
I don't know. I thought he was with me. We gotta go find him.
Make another spoopy check now that you realize you've left your uncle behind.
Oh,
Be punished.
86.
Be punished for
Roll-
disrespecting your uncle.
Roll a d4 as you realize you've abandoned your
Yeah,
family.
that's right. Remember
It's a
this.
3.
So you take 3 sanity or 3 spoopy
oh,
damage.
wow.
That wasn't very nephewy at all.
Are you sure that he's not just playing another joke on you? He's prone to do that.
He doesn't have the kind of funds to pull this joke off. It's an unnecessarily elaborate scheme if it is one. Are you gonna help me, or are you just gonna
Okay,
stand here with
okay.
this loud generator?
Absolutely. Well, first off, look at the work we've accomplished.
mean,
It's great.
it's
But
amazing.
Let's
He's
go.
gonna die.
Let's go. I've got my wrench. Come on. Let's check it out.
Milford is like pulling at them to come
Okay.
with him now.
As he pulls you towards the thicket, you see jumping out of the tree lines.
Milford! Oh, fuck! Oh, Jesus, fuck! Milford!
Ron, have you jumped out? I'll catch you. Are you
God,
okay? I'm so sorry.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Roll. Are you gonna try to catch him?
Oh, I mean, I just like kind of ran in.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
already down from the
Oh, I'm
trees,
still
so-
okay. So it's okay for me in narrative to have jumped from tree to tree all the way back here. Because if that's the case, I will just be a ninja.
Yeah, because you extreme success that, right?
It was just a hard
A
success.
hard success.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I'll say you jumped through 3 trees and then you stopped.
3 is a lot. Yo, oh god, I'm so tired. I thought I would just kind of like jump from tree to. Anyways, yeah. So like fish monsters.
Right,
On the
guys,
island.
fish monsters.
This is not an elaborate joke. I don't have the funds for that.
Not you two.
I'm pretty poor. I spent all my money on this cool leather jacket. I don't even like ride a motorcycle or nothing.
Your jacket is quite muddy now.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
happened?
There's a big fish guy chasing us, and I kind of had to like maybe do a distraction, and then in the moment,
Also, is the big fish guy chasing you still? Do we need to go somewhere more
I
secure?
think I lost him.
Yeah.
But yeah, something fucked up is going on here.
Okay, look.
What were you guys up to?
Monsters don't exist. This is clearly something else. We've been building a shed. We've been doing practical things.
Construction.
George over here is showing his skills as a carpenter. It was quite impressive, actually.
All right, great. We're gonna need some kind of like base of operations to hole up, maybe fortify the place.
I mean, we've got.
Perfect. We can use that shed.
Yeah,
We fixed the roof and
the
the
shed,
generator's running.
But look at this large shed right here. We've got a ton of tools that we can use. If this monster is coming towards us, then we'll just hit him on the head with a wrench. I mean,
Is there anything sturdier than an oar? It can take oars like a champ.
Yeah, we just swung 2 of them at him, and they just broke immediately.
Well, they're not going to break this American steel craftsman wrench, a brand you can stand behind.
It says "Made in China" on it. It's the 90s.
It's the night.
Why is craftsman misspelled?
can I walk into the large shed and just grab a random tool and bring it out? What tool do I grab?
Roll luck for me.
Ooh, roll luck. Okay, my luck is 70.
Jesus, you guys got min-max stats.
What? That's a 98.
98.
No.
Okay, 98.
That is the
Okay.
year we're in.
Oh, it is the year we're in. Oh my gosh.
Wow. So that should be like an automatic reroll.
I think that's a crit,
Can-
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I help him? I mean, I know tools. Can I point him?
Say no on this.
Well, we can check to see if there are
Anything.
tools, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
if there are tools, okay.
It's just what he reaches for.
I'm just grabbing a random tool.
Okay.
He's just grabbing something off the shelf. So he's gonna go ahead and reach up. I'm trying to picture my tool shed. Give me a second here.
Yeah, I mean, let's just list off some tools to help Daniel.
A
Plumbus.
lawnmower.
That's not a. Is that a tool?
A gun.
Things that sheds remind me of lawnmowers, guns.
I'm going to say a plumbus.
Columbus. You get duct tape.
Oh, hey, that's actually
out a roll
that's pretty handy.
mostly used duct tape.
Oh,
Yeah, 98% use duct tape.
Yeah. There you
damn.
go. Yes, this duct tape can.
Yeah, why did you reach for that again?
I thought you were the smart one.
I just grabbed something, honestly. It doesn't matter. It's not a monster. We just
Okay, look,
tie him up.
let's just establish some levity to this situation. There is for real a monster on
There's
the
abs-
island. We
yeah.
wouldn't just be making this shit up. I think we gotta find a way to get out of
Okay,
here.
look, you've played pranks on us before, especially you, Ron. You're known for playing these
I
stupid
am a known
pranks.
prankster.
Cut back to the previous time he played a prank on you.
Oh, Ron, you've got pudding all over
Hey,
me.
you got Ron.
Flashback to present day.
Yeah, I know. Look, I know I'm playing pranks on you guys all the time, but look, there's 2 people we can corroborate here. Me and my nephew.
That's right, and he never lets me in on the pranks, so you know it's real.
We would never tell a joint lie because I don't want to be that kind of influence on him. I want to be a good role model.
Eugene, you do know that is true. He would never bring his nephew into this.
Listen, we need a plan, okay?
I see.
Now, we know CS Italy, the map. Right?
Yeah,
There's
of course.
A and there's B. Let's say the
Every map,
lighthouse
yeah.
is bomb site A, and this shed we're in is B. How are we going to secure it? You said he was in the forest,
Yeah. So he's probably pushing long right now.
long under the tunnel, sure.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know the call-outs for this map. This is kind of confusing for me. Yeah, well, I mean, really, Counter-Strike isn't the greatest analogy because we're trying to fully leave the map. So if there was some kind of like boat to leave.
Like, well, we've got a boat. What we really need is oars now because we kind of destroyed our options
Right, well, I mean,
there.
and
but-
also there's the storm.
Oh, there's a storm. Yeah.
That storm is picking up. You guys probably cannot all fit in the shed, or if you are gonna try to hide in there, there's only 2 sheds. Probably not the most secure.
Okay.
There is a cottage here and a
Oh
lighthouse.
yeah, and also this guy's
Yeah.
strong as fuck, so maybe he could just like knock over the shed. I don't really know.
What if we hide in the lighthouse?
There we go.
Let's go to the cottage. I stuck my head into the cottage earlier. Since this is working now, maybe we could go in there and see what's going on, lock the front door.
Oh, okay. You guys fixed the power.
We did, yeah. Should we secure this shed in some way so we can destroy the generator if there is a madman?
I mean, there was a lock on it before. What happened to that?
Something happened. It's gone.
Use it, scrap it for parts for the generator.
Yeah, why'd you say that in such a suspicious way?
It had to be done. It had to be. Eugene, don't tell him. Okay.
It was there was a monster.
Okay.
All right. Look. Yeah, all right. Let's just go to the lighthouse.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
going to the light. I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that.
All right, you enter the lighthouse cottage, okay? Now that the electric has been fixed, you guys are able to turn on the lights within the building. All right? You walk in and you see a long hallway. Okay, the front door has been open and rain has begun to leak in. Inside the cottage is 4 rooms. The one with the light on originally is the study. Inside the study are you guys can investigate which room you want to one at a time. There's also a bunk room, a kitchen, and a larder. All right?
A what?
A larder. It's kind of like a pantry where you keep a lot of your goods, canned foods and whatnot.
Okay.
But back in the old days when they didn't really have refrigerators. Yeah.
Okay. I
Because this
see.
lighthouse is still pretty old. At the very end of the hallway is a long stretch of staircases that lead up into the lighthouse. To the right of the hallway, above the light switches, you notice there are 3 coat hooks, okay? They're labeled Dad, Barnabas, and Obed. You see 2 pair of galoshes, which are like rain boots, in a shallow tray just beneath the coat hooks. There's a space for another pair that seems to be missing, and a pair of indoor shoes that sit beside the tray. 2 oil lanterns are hanging from the hook next to the oil skin, and there is also an empty hook, suggesting one of the lanterns is missing. Go ahead and make a spot hidden roll as you enter the hallway.
Oh. I think I just rolled a 1.
Nice. I rolled a 91.
That is an extreme success.
All right.
I rolled a 95.
I got a 34. I also failed.
Hold up, guys. I see something.
Ron sees something that he's all too familiar with. Coming back from his hometown, it looks like drag marks, okay?
What?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. People in New York. we drag all the time.
Yeah. It seems, specifically with such a high success, you see those webbed footprints, probably from the creature, all throughout the hallway, and then this dragging like of a body out from the study through the front door.
Oh, damn. All right. Okay, look. Check out these footprints, guys. If you weren't convinced there's a monster on the loose, this is the thing that probably chased me and Milford.
I'm curious to know why you're so familiar with drag marks.
Oh, it's just dragging is the thing we do in New York.
Oh.
Drag races.
Sure.
But not like that. It's like, you have to, like the sack, you like drag.
Oh, I
It's
see.
like a parent-kid bonding kind of thing.
These footprints are very curious.
You kind of immediately lost interest in the dragon. You were the one who kind of established the bit, so that's kind of crazy.
You started explaining it, and then I was convinced.
Yeah.
All
No,
right.
let's move on. Yeah.
Yes.
So some of the fishy's going on here, right? Because like probably a body or something that got dragged through here. Where did you say the dragon was coming from?
The study.
So from the study out the front door.
Yes.
Okay.
You may be onto something here. This is very strange.
All right. Well, I mean, if this is that thing's base of operations, if something's going on, yeah, you have something to say, Milford?
Well, yeah. I mean, so big space of operations, and also I'm realizing smelled a lot like the other new uncle did at the start. I'm kind of worried, like maybe they've done something to Uncle Barnabas, and
Oh.
if there's these drag marks, like what if the real monsters were my family all along?
Oh.
But if this is base of operations, we should arm ourselves. Now, in the kitchen, maybe knives, rolling pins, something we can use, right?
Yeah, if you want to go in the kitchen, you can check it out.
We could set up a trap in the front too with the duct tape, set like a tripwire thing.
Home Alone.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think just came out.
Yeah, I saw that.
Very
We
good.
just saw it last week.
Yeah. One of the talkies.
That was a good one. I liked that.
Sure. So we gonna Home Alone this?
Yeah, I think we should.
Okay, so what room do each of you
Home
guys go in?
together.
I choose kitchen.
I would like to take a look in the larder.
I'm gonna go check out the bug room.
And you?
All right, yeah, I'll check out the study, see what's going on.
So we'll start with the kitchen. You enter the kitchen. Make another spot hidden to see what you see in this room.
Oh God. A 7.
Wow.
7. Wow. Okay, that's extreme success. You see in this room classical kitchenware. So you have pots, you have pans, and knives. But one thing catches your eye particularly. Coming from behind the fridge, there seems to be a pool of red.
I'd like to get a closer look at that,
Okay.
as I say out loud.
Yeah.
You say something?
What was that?
As you get a close examination, this is clearly fresh blood. Go ahead and make a spoopy check for me.
That's just a 100 roll, yeah?
Yeah, 1d100, and then it's your sanity.
Okay, 5,
Okay.
and my sanity is an 8.
Okay. Wait, what?
Oh, an 80, sorry.
Oh, okay. I was like, whoa, okay. So for a moment, you're like, whoa, someone died in here? But as you kind of like look at the blood, you're like, oh, okay. And you open the fridge, it's just fish. It's just some expired fish, and it's just kind of leaking out. They didn't wrap it really well. Go ahead and roll a d4 for me and recover and gain some sanity or some spoopy.
2.
2. Okay, yeah.
Can I go past my max sanity?
Yeah.
So 82, okay.
But in here, there's knives, there's plates, there's wooden cutting boards, the standard fare you find in the kitchen. Maybe you can use that to create something interesting as a trap or help defend yourselves. The knives are pretty dull.
I'll just gather whatever I could
Perfect.
find.
So you begin gathering everything you can find. Next, we'll go ahead and cut over to the bunk room here.
Okay, so on the way to the bunk room, I do want to check and see if my camera has dried out enough yet to be able to use it again.
Sure. Go ahead and roll a. I'll give you the option of using luck or mechanical repair.
Can I do electronic repair?
Okay. Describe how you repair it.
Yeah, so I'm going to take the batteries out, shake them off, use my shirt and kind of jam it up into the battery holes, take
Sure.
the cassette tape out, sort of like shake it off too, and then just try to keep everything extra dried off.
Okay. This is still going to be a hard success for you, but you can definitely give it a try.
Is it different if I step into the kitchen real quick and grab some rice to dunk it into?
Roll luck for rice.
Do a rice check.
Yeah, do a rice check for me.
That's a 42 from 50, so that's a success.
You find some rice.
Dude,
Okay,
you put
cool.
50 into rice? That's crazy.
Yeah.
How did you know that was going to happen?
It's,
Yeah. It's whatever rice you want. It's like that Japanese long grain rice.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so I jam it into some Japanese long grain rice,
Mhm.
27 to 30.
27 to
Hey.
30. Okay, that is a hard success. You are able to get it turned back on. Okay.
Okay,
And
perfect.
are you planning to look at the footage? Are you trying to use it to just kind of document your current scenarios? What are you trying to do with it?
I forgot about the footage. I think that I'm planning to like record like Blair Witch style, but I do remember the fact that like as I'm walking to the bunk room, I think I remember that there was something I wanted to play on it before, so I hit play on the way there.
Okay. So it cuts back to you guys on the boat with Ron driving the boat. Let's see that scene really quick of Ron just Dukes of Hazzarding it around the water really quick.
All right, everybody calm down. I know how to drive a car, and driving a boat is probably the same. All right, and no one can blame me after this if it doesn't go well. All right? Everybody swear right now.
A wave crashes into your rowboat, or your little
Jesus.
raft, yeah.
All right, everybody hold on.
Ron, you're not supposed to steer into the waves. What are you doing, Ron?
This is some awkward dynamics or something.
I can't swim that good.
I can't really see. Can someone kind of describe what's going on in front of the boat for me?
There's a bunch of seawater in my board container. It's ruined.
Okay, I'm like...
Ron, why are you covering your eyes with your jacket?
Why are you using the accent again? We know it's fake.
Oh, God, let me make it through this. Oh, God.
All right, we cut back to present day. For a moment, as this crazy wave and stressful scenario hits in, you're kind of reliving it, and then your camera had fallen into the water for a moment. You were able to grab it and fish it out, but you see something in that footage for a moment. Go ahead and make a spoopy check for me.
Memorex, enhance.
84
Out of
out of 33.
that's a fail, right?
Yeah.
All right, roll a d4 sanity.
2.
Okay, and remind me how much you've taken so far.
I've taken from my starting or including the loss from modified bravery,
Including the loss from modified bravery.
3. So I'm at I've lost 5 so far.
All right. So reliving this horrific scenario, it causes you to chill. But on top of that, you also see, as it fell in the water for a moment, 2 bright, bulbous eyes, all right, shining deep below in the dark. All right. It's not doing anything, but it just catches it and you quickly fish it out, and it's just a dark shadow.
Oh my god. This is gonna be great for my channel.
And then he flips on the camera and he's like,
Okay,
and he's like shaky cam, like not doing a good job, like with the camera holding it, but he's like,
my name is Milford Reed. If you find this, then I'm probably dead, or I finally made my channel happen. We're in a crazy, scary lighthouse.
and then I start like filming my going into the bunk room.
And then the memory fills out. You cap out on your memory.
Every time.
You okay in there, Milford?
No, but I'll be fine.
All right.
Okay.
Go ahead and make a spot hidden in the bunk room.
64, the fail.
With that fail, what you see in the bunk room is 3 neatly made beds. A large pile of books is stacked tidily in one corner. There are also 3 large cupboards. Each have soap, towels, fresh beddings, and extra blankets. One belongs to Obed, one belongs to Barnabas, and the one with just linens and blankets belongs to Dad. It seems it hasn't been touched for many a years. Looking through the room, the main thing that you see from within the cupboards is for Obed. It seems like he has a few letters, mainly like bills being overdue. No, I'm sorry, not Obed. Barnabas. Who's who again? Hold on. This is always tough.
Yeah, you got it.
Obed was the pirate from the
Yeah.
start, and Barnabas we haven't met yet.
Yes. So Barnabas has a bunch of overdue bill letter open that it says like you're due, like pay it forward, yada yada yada. Okay.
This looks like my mom's place.
Jeez. But that's all you notice in this room. We'll go ahead and cut over to Eugene at the larder.
I walk in and just take a calm look around and see what I notice in here.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a spot hidden roll.
Right? Not very good at that. That's a 58 on a 25.
58 on a 25. Okay. It's a larder. There's cans of beans, lots of food here that could probably keep someone if they're trapped on the island for like 3 months or so. But there's nothing too exciting in this room, sadly.
I found lots of food. If we need to stay, hole up here for a while, we'll be fine.
Are there any Memorex VHSs?
Are there any
Roll-
VHSs?
Roll a luck check.
That's an 84 on a 70.
No, I'm sorry.
Push it.
Oh, yeah, and don't forget, you can always push your rolls and use your luck to succeed on things. So if you wanted to succeed on that spot hidden at any time for either of you, you guys could have done. I apologize, yeah.
Well, let's push this luck roll. See if we can find another. So if I push it and I fail again, then something bad happens.
Yeah, technically you can't push the luck roll. Well, also you can push the spot hidden if you like, unless you're really looking for that Memorex. You want that? Like, if you want to, I'll let you this time.
Let's push the spot hidden.
But I'll say this, okay? If you push the luck roll and you fail, you'll lose half your luck.
Oh no.
No, he said the spot hidden.
Oh, the spot hidden. Okay, got it.
Oh, you
Yeah.
lose one of your eyes then. So half of your sight.
Yeah, you lose one of your eyes.
I
We'll,
looked too hard.
we'll say one of your glasses breaks. How's that? Your lens just like falls off your face. Yeah, like yeah. Mhm.
I can't see without my glasses.
Why does that sound
so
so
the-
familiar?
You've got a backup pair.
Oh, that's right. So spot hidden. So a push. If I roll the spot hidden again and I fail again, then the stakes are higher that time, right?
Yeah, we'll say this time your glasses. Yeah, if you fail.
Okay.
Also, maybe don't give us the downsides before we roll.
Oh yeah, I mean that's the forecast. That's the part.
I asked.
Yeah.
I asked. All right. That's worse. 66.
Okay, you look really hard and you walk into one of the cupboards and just shatter your glasses.
Great. Son of a biscuit!
Whoa, what happened? Is everything okay in there?
Somebody almost swore. I heard it.
I broke my glasses. All right. I just toss them aside and I pull out my spare and put those on.
You do have a few minor cuts around your eye a little bit, but overall, like it's fine. It is a little bloody.
I'm fine. Don't worry about me. I'm good. I know first aid. I read a book on this.
All right, you begin first aiding yourself, we'll say. And then we cut over to Ron over here in the study. Inside the study, you see 3 water-damaged armchairs, all right? One of the windows is poorly covered with a tarp to stop the rain, and it looks like the windows was broken. Besides the armchairs, you see an old-timey roll-top writing desk on the outer wall. It's not locked, but it is currently closed.
What does that mean? Roll top?
It's a desk where like it kind of closes down, and it has
okay.
a lock on it, but it's not currently. It's just there's also a bookshelf on the wall with a bunch of different books. a quick glance, you see like Lighthouse Manual, you see like Maritime Fair, Deep Diving 101, another like classic Men's Health magazine. You know, this the usual.
All right. Oh, well, Eugene and George are going to love this room. Both for different reasons, I suppose. All right. Well, how old does the damage from the water look on the chairs? Is it recent, or is it like it's been getting hit by water for a long time?
The one that's closer to the window seems a bit more recent, but like as you look, it definitely looks like it's more age damage, maybe like a couple weeks.
Okay. So something happened here. Something maybe broken through the window, and then someone patched it up. All right. Let me look in the desk.
You open the desk, and it is a bunch of letters here. Okay. There's one particular one that's still sealed. If you want, this is pretty easy. It's just like essentially as you look at these letters, they're all like dated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like not 1, 2, 3, 5, but like it's like ascending order, like from January to like March or whatnot.
Right, January 1st to January 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Exactly. Yeah. Each letter kind of goes over like coin appraisal, and they're kind of giving you like a bunch of different prices for whoever is sending these out, like $2, $5, really like lowballing what is essentially a gold coin for this gentleman. There's also a recent unopened letter that's sitting on the desk as well from a local university known as Dangle University.
Oh,
okay.
Dangle U.
On top of that, you see 2 shelves on the side. One on the left that is unlocked, and when you open it, there's nothing in there. The one on the right is locked.
Okay. Let me open up this letter.
So you open the letter, and it's from Dangle University, and it reads, "Dear Mr. Marsh, while we cannot ascertain exactly how much these gold coins are valued, we can definitely tell you it is worth an exorbitant amount of money. We have a similar copy here at our university museum, and if you'd like, we'd welcome you to bring it to us so we can further evaluate it and date it properly for you so you can understand and we can understand its origins. But we do recommend that you avoid sharing this info with people of Innsmouth. Nothing good ever comes with the people of Innsmouth, and it is known that they have been associated with very shady characteristics. Yours truly, Miss Ann Tilton."
Roasted Innsmouth.
For a university.
The whole town. Yeah.
And who is this addressed to?
This is addressed to Mr. Marsh.
And Mr. Marsh is
either
not
Obed or Barnabas.
Oh, that's their last name. Okay, yeah, that's my bad. So basically, the letter is from somebody at a university who's saying the gold coin we've appraised, it should be worth a ton of money, so come bring it to us. Just don't tell people from Innsmouth about it because
they suck.
It seems
They're
like
fishy.
Yeah, they're fishy. And then Mr. Marsh seems
shame.
to have sent it out. But it seems like he sent this out for the gold coins that you found on the beach. He seems to have found another one as well, and he's been sending them out all over to get it appraised. Most of them have been like lowballing him because it's a solid gold coin. It is not worth $5. And one recent one that has not yet been opened comes from the university telling him that it is worth an exorbitant amount of money and that not to let the people of Innsmouth know specifically and to bring it into the university to be appraised. But this was dated very recently, like a couple days ago. On top of that, he has found a locked drawer on the right side.
Okay, so something fishy's going on here. Can I get a sense of like where the coins are coming from, or like how many there are from the contents of the letters?
Not from the letters.
So I just know that he's been sending coins to people.
Not sending the coins, but maybe like photos of it or like sketches of the coin. You do notice like on the side of the desk, there's another setup that looks more like maybe like an artistic setup. There's like a artist palette. There's some sketch pens and some paint. A little bit dried out, but some people have used it. You can flip through the little canvas as you like to see what's been drawn on there too.
Okay, but from the letters, it sounds like it's a coin.
Yeah, it's
okay.
Or no, it sounds like he's talked about a coin. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So it's not like he's got a bunch of coins he's sending out. It's just like people are sending like, hey, this coin isn't worth anything.
From the letters, you can tell he's only been talking about one coin.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let me flip through the easels.
Okay. And just a reminder, there is also like that locked shelf within that desk.
Yeah.
But that will probably require a locksmith to crack open. For the easels, you see as you flip through, most of these are old. They don't seem to be recently touched up. There's a few like sketches here and there. And then as you turn, there's one where you see on the window, it's a sketch of what looks to be that same fish man you saw out in the distance.
Oh.
But this one is dated like 1937.
The hell? Okay. Maybe it was the fishman's dad or his grandpa. Yeah, that tracks.
Make a spook check for me.
Oh, shit. All right.
Maybe it's a great uncle.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Okay. Hey, man, you guys should come in here later. There's some stuff in here you might like. I'm going to go insane for a second. Oh, no, that's a 14.
Okay. The art is so terrible that like you're like that is a poorly sketched. You've seen better stuff from your hometown.
Oh, seems like you try to add like legs to a fish. That looks okay.
Roll
I guess
it.
they were just worse at art back then.
Roll a d4 to get some bravery.
Oh, hell yeah. 4, baby.
Yeah. Poorly drawn. And this one's much skinnier. Not as
Yeah.
like muscular and bulky. You're like, I could take this one.
Okay, yeah. Bodybuilding wasn't around back then for fish, I guess.
All right. The 4 investigators reconvene in the hallway for a moment. And if you guys like, you guys can go re-enter one of the other rooms.
All right. What'd you guys find? Let's do a quick powwow.
Here's what I found from the kitchen to arm yourselves.
All right. Oh, okay. Well, if it's just knives and stuff, I got one. I got one in the back pocket. So
No oars, huh? That's cool. I'll take.
He comes out with like silverware, a rusty chef's knife,
Frying pan.
a frying pan. Thank you.
Zips up the frying pan.
is pretty good. You can use it as a kind of like a shield as well.
Yeah, and then
That
there's also a
looks-
large cast iron like pot.
Oh, you got the wok.
Yeah, I did.
I'll take that. I'll take the chef's knife.
There you go.
Thanks. And I found just some cans of food. You see, my face is all cut up.
Yeah, what the hell happened?
Did you lose a fight in there? Oh my god!
I hit a shelf and broke my glasses on my
Oh,
face. I had to use my spare.
There goes your looks. That's gonna scar.
I've already got a scar from a paper cut a long time ago, so this is just more scars to add
I thought
to
it was cool, but maybe you should have told us what it was from. But like,
Sorry, it was from fighting a tiger.
that's right.
Wow, okay.
That's a better story.
I won.
Oh, we killed a tiger as
Must
a
have been a
child.
quiet fight.
Bare hands.
Interesting. You're killing endangered species.
Yeah,
So
that sounds pretty
It was
illegal.
before they were endangered.
Oh, okay.
he's
Okay.
the
That checks,
reason
that
they're
checks.
endangered. I found some linens and some overdue bills and a big stack of books, which I didn't even really look at. But speaking of large
Books?
frying pan or the large pot thing, like I just sort of had a weird idea. What if we did like a carry sort of thing with the front door? I think that's out now. And
That's
we
lost
set up
on
we
me.
set up the bucket like
Haven't
above the
seen that
door,
one.
have it lead, and then it could like dump down on if the fish monster comes in. We could use like cans and stuff. I'm just thinking traps.
Okay. Oh,
love
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like get the pot to fall on its head, and then it walks over some cans laying sideways, so it flip like could slip
yeah,
and fall.
all right.
A lever trap system. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we'll kind of make you like a trap leader.
That'd be cool. My gifted and talented classes are finally gonna come in handy. We did all those Rube Goldberg drawings.
Great. I'm proud of you.
George, for a moment as you guys are discussing this trap, you hear a faint voice in the back of your head this time. More words are coming through, and this time it says,
You
say something, George?
Y'all, sorry, I don't know what came over me. I heard something.
You look like you just saw a ghost or something. You're a little white in the skin.
You sound like you just heard a ghost.
I think maybe that's what it was. It saved my son.
Is it the lighthouse talking to you again? Did it have a child?
I speak lighthouse. Yeah, but what would a lighthouse
of a
child like a
lighthouse.
flashlight? Do we think? I don't think.
Or maybe like boats are all children of the lighthouse. You know what I mean? Kind of like a spiritual thing.
lantern or something.
I like
Oh,
that.
okay, like a small.
Ah,
yeah,
there is a
okay.
missing lantern from
Yeah,
the
yeah,
front.
yeah.
True.
Can I see or hear what direction that came from? Or
"Yeah,
just
roll another language, lighthouse language." for me."
84? Oh God.
I think it's your education.
No, he has lighthouse
No,
language.
he's got a lighthouse
Oh,
language.
I'm gonna
check.
spend 4 luck to make it an 80 to pass. Though.
Okay, perfect. It seems to be echoing throughout the lamp room, but you also notice that like the study's light starts flickering again, as if it's trying to guide you.
Are you seeing this with the study, y'all?
Thought you guys fixed that.
Oh yeah, that's
Every other light in the room is stable. It's just that one flickering, as if it's trying to like Morse code you over.
Maybe we should check that out. Let's.
Does anybody speak Morse?
I speak nerd.
I speak less.
Nerd, go ahead, roll language.
It sounds pretty similar to Morse.
I speak nerd and Latin.
Yeah, did you ever read any books on Morse code?
Well, like you
At
speak
the
nerd and
library?
nerd.
Of course, I've read so many books on Morse code. That is actually a 26. That's a hard success.
It's a hard
Damn.
success. Okay, it says desk right. Desk right is what it's coming out in Morse code.
It's saying desk right.
Oh, yeah.
Because you
all
write
right.
on desks.
No, well, I remember that we kind of gathered out here, but I forgot. We should probably go in and so there was a locked thing on a desk.
Oh, George is a locksmith.
I
Oh.
dabble. Sure.
Okay, yeah. Well, let's go. Let's move this party into the study.
Can we close the front door first? It's just sort of sitting
Yeah. Oh,
open.
has that
I'd
been
like
open?
to.
How do you guys close the front door?
I mean, do we want to set up this trap really quickly before
Oh,
we go
yeah.
get into the desk?
Oh, yeah,
Sure.
you, Trap Master, why don't you set it up?
Okay. I mean, I might not be the best person to do this because I'm not proficient with guns, which is traps in this game.
Hold on.
Well, I can help you with the mathematical calculations.
For this unique scenario, just because we're doing something different, for trap making specifically, we have broken it up into 4 parts. All right. If you want to hear us discuss how we came about this, you can listen to one shot at a time. But we have 4 different sections that you guys can work on: hidden, the bait itself, the mechanism of the trap, and the containment. So each one of you can tackle a different section if you'd like. But I will say, at this point in time, you guys haven't really found out much about the monster. So you wouldn't be able to set up a very effective trap with what the knowledge you have currently.
Okay, let's just keep an eye on the trap thing. I'm just gonna like close the front door and lock the deadbolt for now.
Good call.
Yep. Definitely lock that.
Problem solved.
Perfect.
I'd like to take a chair from the room and just kind of prop it up under
Ooh, smart. Okay.
prop it up under the handle.
Great. Okay, perfect. All right. Anyways, yeah, George, follow me in here. There's like a lock I want you to take a look at.
Let's take a look.
Okay. Here it is. This desk right here kind of opens up. There was a bunch of stuff about like a coin the guy was sending around. And then, yeah, maybe this will have some clues about whatever the heck he was up to.
Looks like a simple enough lock.
Roll a locksmith check.
All right. Well, if you fail this, then we only got 1 pair of glasses left. So
59 and a 60, baby.
How do you open it?
Wow.
What kind of?
It's just like a key lock this time.
Eugene.
I'm just gonna put a kitchen knife I had, like a
Oh.
butter knife, and just put it in and pry it.
Oh, nice.
Pops right open,
Didn't
and
even need the
inside,
glasses.
Oh,
you
that's not secure at all. Wow.
yeah, it's not a very sturdy lock, but
More for show.
it
you know.
cracks open. Inside, you see what seems to be a small journal on the front with the emblem of that obelisk found on the coin. Okay, and I'm gonna pass out some handouts.
Oh, the hell?
Oh.
Comes with homework.
Damn.
Oh, we
I
have
didn't
to
realize
write a
this was a
5-paragraph
field trip.
essay? Oh, jeez.
So what you find is Barnabas's journal, and it has a few journal entries.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
If a couple of you would like to read that off for the audience to hear as well.
Okay. I can do.
Are we reading this in Barnabas's voice, or are we all reading it out loud?
Read it out loud in your own character
Okay.
voice. Yeah,
Popcorning each entry.
yeah, sure. Why not? Just pass it back and forth.
All right. Oh, you want me to start?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Sorry, I get kind of like stage fright because like reading aloud in front of the class, I'm not.
No, I know. This is good practice for you, though.
Okay,
You're
all
way
right.
better than you were when we first started tutoring.
Okay, February 13th, 1998. This month's been tough. Got laid off from the shipyard, and Obed's deep sea horror diving tourism just isn't working out. We still have a bit of inheritance, but we really need to start bringing in some money. Otherwise, we are sunk.
Yeah, good job.
Okay, yeah. You know what? I might just move on and read the next entry. May 9th, 1998. Still no luck finding a new job. I tried talking to Obed about his spending habits, but he wouldn't have it. Decided to start arguing about it and spent my time renovating the old lighthouse. Promised Dad we would take care of it. Maybe if we clean this place up, we can use it as a tourist attraction. At the very least, it will be a roof over our heads. Okay.
You want a popcorn? Are we gonna have other people
Yeah.
read,
Someone, you want to take
Well,
over?
there's only 2, so you gotta hand to him if we're gonna go around.
Oh, yeah.
Entry 3.
That really took it out of me.
May 17th, 1998. I found something on one of my walks. A coin. I kept walking and found another, then another. I know it's gold. Found some mechanical parts as well. Looks like it might be from a ship. Must have gone down recently. But I don't recall hearing anything about a wreck, unless it went down in last night's storm. I better keep this quiet. Don't want my brother pawning it off for some new shoes. This might just be our golden ticket. June 31st, 1998. Obed had decided to lend a hand in repairing the old lighthouse. It reminds me of the summers we used to spend here with Dad playing by the cave. Still gonna keep quiet about the coins. I filled a small bag, which I keep on me at all times.
Is July 7th, 1998. Somehow the local news caught wind of our repairs. They even interviewed me for the papers. I told them we would have the lighthouse shining bright by the end of the year. We even got some donations to help fund the repairs. Saw some strange lights out in the water a few nights ago. Maybe rowboats? And, July 11th, 1998, someone broke in last night and tore through Dad's study. Obed said it was probably the storm that shattered the window. He might be right. It doesn't look like anything was stolen, but just to be safe, I'm gonna hide the coins in the lamp room and lock up the sheds. Code 1926-1926.
What was the code used for? That's weird.
Weird, yeah. I didn't see any
That's odd.
keypads or anything
Yeah, I
like
haven't
that.
seen anything to take numbers.
Nothing or
But
nothing like
I
that.
don't know what you're talking about.
Maybe it's the year 1926.
Oh, I bet you're right.
That's
Yes.
probably
That's
it.
gonna be an
Prob- yeah.
important year at some point.
Why don't you read the
Totally.
last entry?
Yeah. July 31st. Oh, just the one for me. Thanks, everyone.
We didn't know ahead of time if there was, how many entries.
No, it's cool. We could have shared the reading, but we
or if
didn't.
there
And
was
it's
four
cool. It's
people.
great. Go
I mean,
team.
if so one of us was getting to it, and I was, you were gassing me up. I was
No, you
feeling
did a great
good.
job. You did so wonderful. All right. Got a letter from the government today. They want us to get the lighthouse running before the end of the year. Says they will be sending out a professional in a few days. His sentence structure is garbage.
Hey, maybe
I'll
we'll leave
have-
the critiquing for after the, the editorializing for later.
I'm sorry, you're right. I should just finish reading out loud to everyone. I'll have Obed pick him up at the port. I get this feeling that someone is watching me. Hey, you're the professional, George. You're the guy in the journal.
Hey.
And this is like that Eddie
Sure
Murphy
am.
song.
All right. On the last entry, you see the folded bookmark.
Somebody's watching me.
Oh, look at this. There's a bookmark. Oh, well, this is a deed to the island.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh.
Okay. Well, I guess we
Do we own the island now?
Oh, shit. Is that how
sounds
deeds
like
work?
it.
Well, I guess.
Finders keepers.
Yeah, possession's 9/10 of the law, I think.
I read that one
You read
in a
about
book
accounting and
once.
stuff, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I
How
read that
did
once.
deeds work?
Well, you find a deed and then it becomes yours. Like you own
Oh.
it now.
Oh, shit.
Right?
Yeah.
That's how
Okay.
it goes.
Okay.
Wow.
So we know that they found the coins too, but what if there's something else we could pull from this to understand like how to handle the beast? Like what if both of my estranged uncles got like what if something happened to them? Or like what if one of them's in a costume and try to scare the other one off so he can get all the gold coins?
That sounds crazy.
As crazy as a fish man in a cave though?
Damn, you're right.
Was there anything else in that cave when you were there?
Well, we
I
didn't
mean,
get a good chance
It
to.
seemed pretty occupied with deadly fish man, so
Sure,
Huh.
sure. What do you think,
You're all
nerd?
looking at me like I'm just reading the journal again. I'm trying to look for
Well, I
clues.
mean, you're the book guy.
I am the book guy. I'm looking for anything that seems suspect. The strange lights. Did Milford tell us about the
oh
thing
my
he
god,
saw?
you guys! I saw the most jacked up shit in my camera. Look at this, and I.
I'm so sorry, but I said I was in my head I was going to do it, and I showed them all the footage.
Ah.
Everyone make a spoopy check.
Well, this
Except for
is just-
Milford, since you already saw it.
It's kind of fucked up. It just kind of seems like it's slander. What the fuck is that?
Wait, so this is sanity, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, besides the great
Oh
job,
my
Thread,
God.
I
I
rolled
got
an,
a 99.
So you fail.
I rolled an 8.
You got an 8, so you succeed.
23.
Okay, so those who fail, someone roll a d4. The one who fails, you take sanity damage. The ones who succeed get a plus. You get a brave, so you
I
get
only got a
a
1.
plus.
Hell yeah.
All right, but you're at 8 now, right?
Well, I gained 3.
Okay. Okay.
But I don't know if that's
Like, are you
Yeah.
adding the losses
Nope.
together? Or,
Yeah, I'm adding the loss together. So like,
okay. Yeah.
you're fine. Okay.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, cool.
Oh, so you're adding the losses and the wins. Okay, no, I get what you're doing now. Yep.
So I gained 2.
I gained 3.
All right. It seems like what do you guys don't believe this. What do you think it is?
this is the scariest shit you've ever seen in your life, right?
And Milford is trembling, like absolutely terrified, playing the footage.
Yeah, no,
again.
this is fucked up.
Milford, I've told you before, and I'll tell you again, and I'll tell you again and again. Monsters don't exist. Clearly, there's a logical explanation for this. Honestly, I believe it's just we're missing some flashlights here in the cabin. Like, I think that these are probably just those flashlights. Maybe there's a scuba diver down there. I mean, what do you think, George?
It could be just a signaling mirror in the sand down there, or an anglerfish.
Okay,
There are a lot of anglerfish here. I have read some marine biology journals. They are abundant out here.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool and all, but we're missing a lantern in here, which is famously made with fire. So I don't know how that could work under the water where the eyeballs are. But this doesn't feel that important right now, guys. Look, it's all jacked up. There's scary stuff going on. I'm telling you, this is gonna be a real supernatural thing.
But it does say in the journal that he did see some strange lights out on the water. So,
What if he saw these lights out on the water, though?
he said that he was going to hide the coins in the lamp room. Where's the lamp room?
You know exactly where it is. It is up the very top of the building,
I know exactly. It's at the top.
top of the lighthouse.
Why don't you take us up there?
Sure, this way, this way.
You pass through the lighthouse service room. In here, you see a bunch of replacement bulbs for the lighthouse itself. And as you pass through the hatch that opens up to the lamp room, you see that the lighthouse, although spinning currently, it doesn't shine any light. If you want, you can make a spot hidden roll or a mechanical repair roll to kind of analyze what happened here.
Do mechanical repair. 25. That's a middle pass. Yeah.
Okay. So even with how dark this room is, this is your specialty. You speak lighthouse. And you can tell that for some reason or another, the lighthouse lens for the light has 2 bullet holes in it and has destroyed the bulb inside. To fully repair the lighthouse, you'll have to replace the lens. But at the very least for now, you can put the light bulb in there and it should get it functioning for a bit.
Who hurt you, baby? Okay, let's grab this light bulb. Is there one there to install?
There's one downstairs. You can plop it back in. It will take some time if you want to spend your time focusing on this.
I would. That's my mission in
That
life.
is your mission in life? Yeah, okay. But once the lighthouse is lit, it will act as a beacon to let people know
I
that
just
someone's
think that,
on the
like,
island and maybe calling for help.
Do we want to bring random people here with a monster running around yet? I think we should have more adults in charge, so I'm okay with this.
Well, yeah, I mean, we need some way to get off of the island safely for sure. So I think this is our best bet.
I do agree that we need to get off the island. I do not agree that it's a monster. I believe that maybe it's a criminal, somebody who's out for their own personal gain.
Look, this isn't going to be like the first mystery we solved together, okay? This is going to be a real monster this time.
Anyway, George, thank you so much for bringing us up here. You seem to be an expert in this. If you want to get that lighthouse fixed, can we look around for the coins?
Yes, exactly. That is what you do. And while he's fixing it and replacing the bulb, behind it, you can see that's where the gold coin purse was hidden, within the light itself.
Oh, okay.
Hidden in the light.
So now you have both the deed to the island and a purse of gold coins, all matching the one you found on the beach. Essentially, you have what you might be able to use as bait to bring in the creature.
Okay, so if it is my uncle trying to screw with the other uncle and other people, we found his stash. So maybe we could do something here to, like, pull him into some kind of a trap so we can unmask him. Or prove that monsters are real.
Well, what would a monster want with a deed to the island?
I guess we'll have to ask the monster, won't we, Eugene?
But I mean, it sounds like somebody broke in to the study where that was originally where the coins were hidden. So maybe they were after the coins.
Well, the coins were originally hidden on Barnabas's bot.
Ah, okay.
With the drag marks you saw earlier,
Yeah.
maybe Barnabas's body was dragged out.
Yeah,
Of
maybe
here.
we should follow those.
You were out on the island, you two. Did you see Barnabas anywhere?
No, I didn't.
Not that I would have known.
And you probably can't follow the drag marks as the rain at this point has probably washed all the tracks away.
Yeah, all right. I guess we probably would have seen the tracks on the way in if they were still
Very
there.
true. It is raining pretty hard out there right now.
What a drag.
You'll
Either
probably-
way, I feel
Huh?
like we get this lamp going and that'll draw in whatever's out there.
Yes.
Then we barricade, home alone it.
Maybe if we know it's maybe got to come up here too, we set up the trap at the top of the stairs so we could, like, either catch him or try to. I don't want to hurt anybody, but if the worst that'll happen is he'll fall down, well, that could be bad if we're not trying to hurt someone. But if it's a real monster, we might want to hurt it.
You also said that it's pretty strong, so I feel that maybe we need to outsmart it. It's probably pretty stupid.
Well, I don't think one of those necessary. It's not a mid-max situation. You could be smart and you could be strong. I mean, I'm really smart and I'm the tallest.
Yes. Go ahead and lift this 20-pound bag for me.
I'll do it later.
Bag is in that bag, then it would just be exactly 20 pounds.
Wrenches.
All right. So where are you guys setting up the trap, and what are you guys going to use as bait?
All right, well, they'd probably be coming up here to break the light again, right? Seems like somebody purposely broke it.
Is it a trap door leading into the lighthouse, like a classic type deal, or is it like a?
It is a
normal-
trap door that leads to the lighthouse. George, you assess with your skills in lighthouse and your knowledge of like bullet holes, I guess, through lenses. This has been around for over 60 years. It seems to happen like generations ago. It wasn't anything recent.
Okay, yeah, so it's been a while for sure. I don't know what to do with that. We can trap the trap door.
We could. I mean, if nothing's been up here in a while, though, will it care? Maybe I don't know. Well, no, yeah, the lighthouse would bring it. The light will bring it. Yeah, we could trap the trap door.
Wait, the light was broken with gunshots.
Do you think the fish has a gun?
What?
Oh God,
What kind
I
of-
didn't think about that.
Worse than we
Eugene.
could have imagined.
What kind of monster uses guns?
Humans.
Don't all monsters use or don't all people who use guns are monsters?
Yeah,
That's kind
I
of a
think so.
Pretty overarching statement there.
That's true. We're
No, I-
making broad statements here in this lighthouse,
I
but
mean, Columbine already happened, right? So we've kind of had that national dialogue.
that's very true.
We are, yes.
Unless
We,
it has,
What-
it would be
what-
kind of embarrassing.
While you guys are having this conversation, George is still repairing it. He's about like 10 or 15 minutes away from
I
finishing
think we
replacing it.
gotta. I think we gotta set the trap at the front door instead of the up
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
I
don't
just-
forget the study window is broken too.
Oh,
Right,
is it?
It is
so-
broken.
Oh, I thought it attached over.
Have to
Okay.
get two.
I think just with like a, some kind of makeshift.
Like cardboard and
Yeah,
duct
yeah,
tape.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
where the 95% of the duct tape went to from
Oh, that
earlier.
makes sense.
what if we like get a net and fill it with knives and drape that up over the window?
Okay. Okay.
Do a knife window dressing?
Kind of like a, okay, yeah. Like sort of like a net based barbed wire situation. Knifed net.
A barbed net?
All right. Just so we can kind of move this along, we're going to have each one of you claim one of the trap making roles, okay? So we have bait, we have hidden to hide the trap, we have the mechanism to set up the trap, like a pulley system or something, and the containment mechanism you choose to use. Which one would each one of you like to take?
I vote for mechanism.
Mechanism would be like, what, like the actual, how, like the actual setup of the trap?
Yeah, like a Lou Goldberg kind of scenario where
Like,
like
it's
a
like-
pulley and like
okay.
how it drops the net and the triggers and all that, yeah.
Okay, I think I'll do containment because when that thing was chasing me, I saw that it wasn't like super agile.
Mm.
So maybe we can kind of like restrict its movement or something.
I'll take bait.
Okay. The options were again, what's left? I guess.
Hidden.
Yes, hidden. You can hide the trap or the trigger.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely be the one to like hide the trap with stealth.
So the way this is going to work, you guys are going to just describe to me how you guys address each of your sections. Depending on the level of success you get, the creature will have to beat it to clear past it. And if he fails, it will affect his final roll on containment and whether or not he can break out. At the very end, at any point, if he does break through one of them, you guys have a chance to course correct by doing something in character with one of your skills. And at the very end, if he is not contained, you get one final group luck check or a hijinks roll. Okay? While we have the characters doing this, this is kind of like combat in a way where you can't apply your luck to your skill rolls.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, should have used that luck before now, I guess.
The luck is going to be all pooled at the very end.
Oh, okay.
So we will start with the bait. What bait do you decide to use, Eugene? As a reminder, your options so far are the lighthouse itself, you have the gold coins, and the deed to the island, or something else that you may have come up with yourself that may draw the creature to you.
Well, I know that the creature is fish-based, or at least seems to be. I believe it's a human in a costume. I'm going to use the gold coins because that seems to be a very tempting thing, and I don't know that I would be entirely tempted to put the deed out in the middle of nowhere, or in like out in the open.
You can also just hold it up and yell like you're the bait, like Shaggy or Scooby usually do. It's like, hey, look at me. Hey, look at me. I got a deed kind of thing if you want.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do like E.T., where they like put the M&Ms down
Okay.
to get E.T. to follow.
Ooh, okay.
I'm gonna do
piece
that
of
with
gold.
I'm gonna do that with gold coins. So I'm gonna like go out and like strategically lay down gold coins, kind of leading to the lighthouse.
Oh, okay. Cool. What kind of skill do you want to use for that?
I would like to use. Before I saw the E.T. movie, I actually read the book.
Okay, cool.
So I'd like to use library use.
Sure. Roll
to
library.
reference how successful that was in the book E.T.
Okay, I like that. Use library use.
The longest pull.
Yeah. All right, I have a 90 on library use.
Goddamn. Okay.
That's a 58.
Which-
That is just a success.
George, why don't you build me a mechanism on how you want to contain the creature?
Well, I feel like I got to know what the containment is to
Oh,
make the
yeah.
mechanism.
Sure, sure.
So I think we have found a net. We've also found a giant cast iron pot.
Mhm.
And we have like cans from a pantry. So we have some like
yeah. I was thinking maybe, well, I mean, I
also
guess
knives.
it depends on what you mean by containment versus mechanism here, but I was thinking maybe we use something to make a slippery surface on the floor, do some
Would-
kind of diversion.
Would that be in the hidden part, the slippery surface? I'm so confused here.
Oh, we also have duct tape too. We've got a little roll of duct tape.
So containment is going to be how you're going to hold them down. So we're going to let
Yeah.
Daniel do that real quick.
Yeah, I mean, wait, do we have a net?
There is a net in the shed.
Oh, okay, yeah. So we'll probably just, I mean, obviously use the net, maybe try and tangle it up in his legs.
Okay. How would you create a mechanism to trigger the net falling on the creature, capturing the creature?
Oh, the net is falling.
Or however you want to do it. You can fire it at it too if you can figure out a way to do that.
A knife net.
We could find the gun and then shoot the net out of the gun.
Well, maybe, because I was thinking maybe we, so I'm pretty good at like making diversions. So like we could do something like make him trip or slip and then fall into the net. And then we kind of,
Okay, yep. So
jump him like that.
net's on ground, that it's just going to be a pulley system that like cinches and pulls up the net, like from the hit movie, The Predator.
Okay.
With Arnold
Yeah,
Schwarzenegger
alright.
there. How it just zooms them into the. So it's going to be a pulley system set by whatever the hidden thing.
He'll talk about it later. yeah.
Okay, yep. Pressure trigger to pulley system mechanism.
Okay, make
I
a
don't-
mechanical repair check.
38. That's a middle.
So it's a hard six.
Yes.
Middle.
Okay. All right, we're gonna go to Josh. How are you gonna hide it? How are you gonna hide the pressure plate?
Okay. Or like, what is the floor made out of? I guess.
It's birch.
Okay, a birch floor. And we're gonna lay like a rope net down over it. So I think that I want to go out to the shed and grab some like maybe like I don't know. Can I find some like thinner pieces of wood to make it look like more floor?
Oh yeah,
Or
there's a lot of like scrap wood and like sheet metal outside, so I won't even have you roll for that. So,
okay, cool. So yeah, I think we're gonna do that, and then I also want to set up some kind of like fake trap in front of it, so that he looks like he thinks like, oh, there's a tripwire there. That's fucking stupid.
Oh, I love
and
that.
then and then
nice.
yeah, get him with the real one.
Sick. Okay, so I'll give you. Go ahead and make a stealth check, but you get a bonus die to that, so you essentially get advantage.
Yeah.
Putting that
Smart.
Home Alone knowledge to work.
Guys, I saw this in a movie once. It's gonna work.
See, we're preying on the knowledge
That's
that
an
he has
18.
seen Home
18,
Alone.
and you can also get advantage. So just roll the D10 part again. Yeah, it's just or the D100. The D100.
Oh, okay.
It's a 20.
Okay.
So the first one's
18.
the best.
Okay,
Nice.
so that's an extreme or a hard success for you.
It's 18 to 50.
So
that's a hard
So
success.
It's a hard
yeah.
success. Yeah.
Hard success. All right, Daniel. You're containing it. You decide on the net. How are you going to reinforce the net or do something with the net to make it a bit more effective?
Okay, so what I'll try to do is go into the kitchen and get some of that like fish slop
Okay.
and then just kind of put it on the floor so that like if he tries to stabilize himself, then he'll, won't be able to get his bearings and then the net will be more effective.
Sure. Because you're working on the fact of the knowledge you have of the creature, I'll give you a bonus die for that as well.
Okay, dope. I was thinking sleight of hand for this.
Sure.
Is that okay? Okay, sweet.
Just like in Scooby Doo, you hear the whoop, 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 whoop.
Yeah. No, that is a 90.
90. Okay, but you have a bonus die, so you can re-roll it.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh. That is an 80.
80. Okay, so that's a failure.
I'll just spend. Oh, no. Can I spend luck?
Not on this.
No, because it's combat. Yeah,
But
okay.
I'll let you push it if you'd like.
Sure, yeah. I'll just be like, you know what, fuck it, this ain't gonna work. I'm gonna grab him. I'm just gonna grab him when the time comes. So
Okay.
just let me know when to go.
You didn't get nearly enough fish juice. It's just a little bit. Now it
There's-
just smells
There
in
was
here.
not. No. This was a mistake. That's a 33
33.
on a 50.
And that is a...
Just a normal success.
As you guys work on setting up this trap, Eugene is outside placing the coins and creates like this little pool right on top of the hidden wood that was set up by, I can't remember your name anymore, Josh. My brain is Milford. Yeah, Milford's cleverly hidden double trap. Okay, underneath is a pressure plate with a mechanism that drops a net. The net itself is on top of a very slippery substance, maybe too slippery, that was set by Ron. So he's just like at the very end with arms wide open, ready to grab it. Okay, just in case it fails. So through the whole trap, you just see him at the very end of the hallway near the stairs, standing there. The coins do draw in a creature. You see something picking up the coin. Ron, go ahead and make a quick spot hidden roll.
Here we go. Not the most aware individual, but that's a 42 on a 25, so that's a failure.
That's a failure. Okay, go ahead. Make a sanity check for me or a spooky check for me again, because you do see this thing creeping in.
Okay. A 92, big old failure.
Okay, roll a d4 for spook.
Oh shit, here it is. He's back. That's a 2, which brings me down to 34.
Okay, and your total is 40.
Yep.
But you're still sane, right?
Yeah, I'm still sane.
You're just
We're
barely
hanging
holding
in
on
there.
All right, his knees are buckling. He's shaking, but he's like, I got this. I got to do this for my.
Arms are heavy.
Got to do it for my nephew. The creature runs in. Let's see what happens here. He is successfully baited by the coins. He follows in. He runs through. He sees the tripwire. He rolls a 14. So that is a hard success. So he gets past the tripwire and the triggering mechanisms. You guys are still watching all this happen, okay? So you guys are going to try to, if you like, you can try to course correct right now.
Yeah, I'm a little confused. Wait, so
He's caught wind.
he saw my fake trap and was not
R-
confused by that.
Yes, he was not confused by the fake trap. All right. And it looks like he's being extra careful and about to step past the trigger. Like he's just going to be like doing a big lunge across.
I think that I want to throw my 64-ounce water bottle at his feet on the floor to try to get him to slip and fall.
Do it. All right.
Sleight of hand.
Yeah,
please.
do sleight of hand, man.
That's a 98.
Oof.
Or you throw it and it just goes wide and he clocks you. He's going to run past. The trap isn't going to trigger right now. George, what are you going to do to course correct this?
I have a knife still, I believe, so try to cut the rope to manually set it.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and we'll just say you use your mechanical repair because it's like kind of a mechanical process. Why not?
Perfect.
Okay.
51, so a normal pass.
A normal pass. Okay. This changes your previous success, but okay. He's going to try to get past it. He has a 45 is his dodge. He rolls a 98. Okay.
Wow.
The net catches onto him and he begins to slip. But let's see if he can break through. So we've had 1 failure and 2 successes. This reduces his final strength, which is 90 by 30 points.
Oh shit.
Okay. So he was originally going to try to tear through this. So now he has to get out of it. But he's still at a rough 60. He gets a 64. So that means he failed.
Okay.
The gnat,
Okay.
it wraps around him, the oil slips, and he falls gently into your arms as you grab this creature.
Oh God.
Uh,
Yeah, I got you. You big you big ugly son of a bitch.
it is so oily, it's so greasy,
Oh God.
and it is just breathing heavily, going.
Okay. What do I do, guys?
Try to take the mask off.
What does that mean?
Wait, are you both caught in the net?
No,
right
he's
now?
in the net, and you're grabbing. He's just gripping him.
Somebody do something.
Wait, are they hoisted in the air from the net?
I think the net kind of fell on him. Oh, right.
Yeah,
I
no,
guess.
you're grabbing him, and you're hoisted up, and you guys are both dangling in the air.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just kind of like, have his like arms kind of locked by his torso.
Can we bring a ladder over?
Yeah. So as you guys go and get this man down, the lighthouse has called in the Coast Guard. All right. And we cut to the rain kind of dying down and you guys having the secured creature in your hand. And the coast.
I definitely assume it's a mask, and I try to take it off like it's a mask.
Oh, okay. So the Coast Guard steps up like, well there, gentlemen, what have we here? I saw the light of this old lighthouse coming back to lit.
And you're from Rhode Island, yeah?
I am from Rhode Island. Yes, exactly. That's exactly where I'm from. Go ahead and make a just a strength check just to see if you can rip off his mask.
Well, you see, officer, I knew all along it was.
And that's a 52 to 60.
So you succeed. Who do you think it is?
It's Obed.
As you grab the mask and you tug, it doesn't come off. And you
Oh, just a second. Let's just pull a little harder here.
you keep pulling.
Milford, what are you doing?
You keep pulling, and it starts screaming, and its dorsal fins fire off some tiny poison darts into the wall.
Well,
Oh, God.
where's my camcorder? Where's my camcorder?
And I like erase the footage of me talking to myself in it, and I'm trying to like get it ready to like video him.
As this happens, okay, you guys are pulling through, and you find this weird fish creature. Its face doesn't come off. It's not a mask. It's also much smaller than the thing that you guys saw near the cave.
Oh, God, wait. This isn't the same one. You couldn't have held that one from before.
Oh, fuck. In the moment, I didn't realize, but what if this is like its nephew?
As you say that, it makes a loud screech and goes,
Oh, good Lord. Officer, do you have a gun?
he's like, yeah, I'm part of the Coast Guard. Of course I do. And then you see lights all shimmer throughout the ocean, and
Wait.
the eyes peer open.
Coast Guard man, is it just you?
And he's like, yeah, it's just me. I'm a solo Coast Guard.
Why don't you care about the fact that we're surrounded by all these eyes right now?
Why didn't you come with a team? Isn't it regulation? I read that it is regulation for the Coast Guard to travel with at least
Okay, maybe
five
we discuss
people.
Coast Guard logistics after we get on the boat and get the fuck off this island.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like the thing we would care the most about right now.
Boat's on the South Pier. It's pretty close.
All right, let's go.
Officer, shoot
Officer-
this and we're going to go.
But, maybe we should avoid kind of, the ire
Oh,
of,
you're right. You're right. You're right.
of,
Sorry.
of a vengeful uncle.
As you guys make for the Coast Guard ship, the rain has died down and the lighthouse beacon stays lit. It seems to be keeping the creatures at bay. As you sail back towards Rockport and Folly Point with information to whoever will believe you, the creatures of Beacon Island.
And I'd like to still have the deed. I never gave the deed as a
Sure.
badge.
Yeah.
So I still have the deed.
Yes, you still have the deed to Beacon Island.
And I have one gold coin still
Yes.
in my bag.
So as we resolve this scenario, I want to hear, what does each of the characters do with the newfound information? We'll start with the man with the deed, Gerald. Well, no, not Gerald. His son.
That's my dad.
I'm sorry.
Eugene Gerald, knowing everything that he's learned, seeing, like, he saw the head being pulled and no mask came off and poison darts. Like, a human could not shoot out poison darts like that. Eugene is shook. He's never seen something that he can't truly explain away before. So he, except for one time. And so he's a little shaken up, and he goes straight to the library to see if he can search anything up, looking at history of the light. And he definitely talks to Shirley Reading to see if she's heard anything about this too.
Wow. So they continue diving deeper and deeper into this dark world, never knowing what they'll find. Next up, we have Ron, the uncle himself.
I definitely like to think that this is the sort of origin story of our mystery team.
Mhm.
And now that we've seen the thing, it's kind of just like, all right, well, we got to like figure out what the fuck happened there. Because
Mhm.
like, I'm not just going to go become like a mechanic or something now that I've seen like real ass monsters.
Okay.
And then, so it's kind of like a thing where I assume like Milford as well is kind of like, yeah, now I need to, like finally show the world the proof.
Mhm.
And so we kind of like make plans to go back or to the island or something and like trying to figure out what the hell is going on.
Sure, Milford. What do you do?
Milford definitely gets into the paranormal investigation game very hard with his uncle and with his classmate Eugene and its uncle and uncle detective agencies. And I unfortunately did drop the camera in the water again on the way back, so we don't actually have proof now that we know the paranormal is real. So we have to prove it again, you guys.
Mhm.
Damn. The whole plan was kind of hinging on the fact that we had proof, but now we kind of don't.
It's
and
okay.
kinda
We
look like
got it once.
crazy
We could do
people.
it again.
But you still have a gold coin though, so we could use that.
We could buy proof. We could make our own proof.
No. The people are saying it's only worth like a couple bucks unless we bring it to that university, I
I've heard
guess.
that there's somebody developing this strange program called Photoshop. Maybe we could use that.
All right. And as you guys discussed on how to fund your occult investigation agency, George, the lighthouse keeper, the man who held the beasts at bay. What do you do?
Hey. Well, first off, on the ship, as we're sailing away, I would say counter-terrorist one. Good game.
GG, everybody.
That's right.
GG.
Kind of terrorists do win.
And then throughout my, he served for 20 years in the Coast Guard. So when he gets back, he's going to report that to his connections in the Coast Guard in his previous life. And then also, I think in 2 years, he's going to be wildly disappointed to find out Y2K actually didn't change anything and feel like his life was a waste.
Hey, hi.
Oh, wow.
All right. So as he's sitting on a lighthouse he's been sent to commission to repair, 1 year later, we cut over to Times Square on New Year's Eve as the ball drops on its final countdown. All the electronics begin to flicker off as the world is blanketed by darkness. Planes begin to fall, mushroom clouds bloom, and society is consumed. But in this dark hour, a hand grabs hold and thrusts down on a lever, and a beacon of light cuts through the shadows. A man stands atop the lighthouse with a message to humanity: hope is not lost, as the keepers guard the light.
Wait, so Y2K was real?
I know it.
Yes, and that's the end of our lighthouse scenario that we've created.
Okay, but how is like light gonna save us from nuclear fallout that has already occurred? Because if they
Yeah,
set the
just from
nukes
like
off,
I don't read as much as Eugene, but like just from a logistical standpoint.
yeah, and
like,
also like a lot of people probably died on impact when planes crashed.
yeah, that's very true.
So like, how is light gonna?
Guy just saves ships. Okay. That's it.
water ships, not airships.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, but hey, thank you guys all for playing, and thank you all for listening. Hopefully you enjoyed this Call of Cthulhu.
Were you recording this?
Man, I hope so. Scenario.
You can check out OSAT for that origin of that bit.
Yeah, definitely check out OSAT. Since the game's over, I wanted to check in with the players. How do you guys feel playing about the system? And then, hearts and wishes after that. We'll start with Daniel.
Okay. I wish I was able to kind of like piece together what was going on in a more satisfying way. Because I do feel like during the trap phase, I was kind of like, I don't feel like I know enough to really apply stuff in a satisfying or like a narratively fitting way.
Yeah.
But then I guess it turned out that it wasn't Scooby-Doo at all. It was actually just some Cthulhu shit,
Yeah.
which was cool.
I mean, funny enough, you probably applied it in one of the better ways for sure, especially understanding like the creature's physicality. That was kind of the thing I was
Right.
leading into with like seeing the creature and who you would expect it to be.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Because, I mean, that was kind of cool where it was like the thing happened to my character, and so I was able to be like, well, I mean, I guess this is the best shot we got kind of feeling.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But, I mean, I really enjoyed the sort of like feeling of knowing that there was like things in play, there were different locations, there was like significance to certain elements of the lighthouse and the area around it. So yeah, it felt like a cool sort of puzzle, and there was really funny role play.
Sweet. Okay, let's cut over to Chris. How'd you feel about the system?
I liked it. I liked the idea that rolling lower is better. I thought that was really cool. I liked the very clear, like, because with D&D and other tabletop role-playing systems, like there's only one chance for a critical success, but I like the idea that there's like, if you're proficient in it, you could get a success or a better success or a super good success, and that's pretty cool. I think it's interesting how the system is inherently set up to be not combat focused at all, so I think that's interesting. So it's a lot different than what I'm used to, but I liked it. It was fun.
Very
And
cool.
I really enjoyed the role playing. Everybody really got into their character. I feel like I know the characters. So that was pretty cool.
Did you feel like, as for me, like doing the like improv scene at the beginning before we started recording, did that help? Or do you think just doing it at the table, you guys were able to like latch on based on what you written and from the zero session?
I mean, the improv scene was fun. It was good to kind of like hone our voices and hone our mannerisms and everything. But I think really what it was kind of figuring it out at the table.
Okay.
I mean, I think we're all pretty skilled at that. So
Very cool. Very cool. And then Kyle, can I ask you, how do you feel about the system?
I thought it was great.
There it is,
I
boys.
like the,
All right, we're done here.
I like the three successes, and then I also like that, like, anytime we're rolling a skill check, it was like, how do you do it? And I feel like instead of just being like, oh, let me just roll, It was like, how am I actually going to fix this camera? I don't have any way to actually fix this. So it's like, I don't know, provokes some critical thought, which I liked, and more creativity. I love the chase sequence. I feel like seeing that and how combat's handled in this world is it's a lot different, and just creative in general. Like, you're gonna climb a tree and ninja across 3 trees is wild, and that's not something that's normally
Not
gonna
really
happen.
what I planned, but yeah, I'm glad I got to do that for some reason.
And a personal, I feel like I should have made my character just one of the friends.
Okay.
Because I don't know. There wasn't any point to my dynamic, I feel like, and I should have just been like one of the friends.
Yeah.
For myself.
Yeah, it seemed tough for you to get an angle.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Though you talking about your ex-wife to Eugene was very funny.
Yeah, I will say,
Yeah.
like, I thought you came up with a very fun, very, like, real character. Like, just that guy who is so lonely, he's going to talk to the 14-year-old about what is
If there was
bothering him.
more time, I think there would be a lot more, like, funny ways to play with the dynamic of just you being the only adult.
Yeah.
Because I do think that's very funny, but yeah, I think there just wasn't enough time to marinate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it definitely would have been. I mean, I thought that it was a great scenario, and I think you're right. Like, it could have been a winning scenario if it had just been given a little bit more time to flesh it out.
But you did really well with what you had, and I very much enjoyed it from the keeper's standpoint.
I loved it. I thought it was great.
Same. No, the fact that there is one guy who's just like kind of the odd one out is like very funny to me in terms of like group dynamic.
And I
So
think
liked it.
Eugene is like so beyond his years that he was kind of able to relate to
So
George.
good. Yeah, that is also like a funny sort
Yeah,
of,
Eugene was just like on the same wavelength as this old lighthouse guy.
Fair.
True.
All right, and Josh.
The system was really fun. I would definitely play it again. I enjoyed more than I thought I would the whole playing with failure and opportunities to like not succeed, and what does that do for the environment around you, especially compared to D&D. I almost would have liked to have ramped up the difficulty
The stakes,
the stakes a little bit. You know, it instead of the bravery thing, like it was a nice training wheels way to step into it. I think if we did this again, I would do away with the earning bravery back.
Sure.
And I can kind of see why it would have been more fun, especially like my character had such low starting sanity that I was like, I'm going to be the first one to snap. My guy's going to lose it. But I didn't also really give myself or indulge in or fail enough checks to make it happen either which way. But yeah. So I think also like more opportunities to like maybe make sanity checks or have like a bigger impact with them, especially with how short the game was. Like, yeah.
You definitely tried. You looked at the camera. You did everything you possibly could to look at those creatures. I was like, great.
It's interesting because I felt the same thing, but at the same time, because I was also like, man, this feels like a little too much like Babby's first Cthulhu scenario.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the way the homebrew sort of has you gaining sanity on a success, which is like crazy unbalanced for like anybody who plays Cthulhu normally. But like, it's actually kind of cool because it does kind of play into the cartoony sort of like you're teetering on the brink of getting your first bout of insanity, which is kind of fun because it's like, oh, well, I gained it back there. And so like my character is sort of like not really sure if he believes in the monster side of it or if he believes that it's just sort of like in his head or whatever.
Yeah.
So that is, it did kind of like play into it a little bit for me, which was surprising.
Yeah. I mean, this was kind of the direction we were leaning into the genre, trying to keep it cartoony and light for this more comedic themed podcast. Clearly, like the system that is designed for Call of Cthulhu is very well done. You kind of hear it in one shot at a time where we're like first shitting on it and then being like, actually, it's pretty good for what it's trying to do.
Turns out we're not game designers.
Yeah, we're not
People
game
who make
designers.
This game are.
But at least for the vibe we were going for, I think we were able to succeed on that like teetering of almost comedic horror comedy on that file. But I had a great time running for you guys. If you guys have any questions about the game, you guys can also use this time now, because I know often in Call of Cthulhu podcasts, there's a lot of empty angles, and it's a mystery, so it's hard to kind of reveal secrets to you constantly. And then Hearts and Wishes, if you guys got it.
I kind of want to talk about the scenario a little bit. I don't know about you guys.
Let's do that, and then we'll get into the hearts and wishes.
Yeah, so did you modify the story at all?
I heavily modified it.
Oh, really?
I had to adjust a lot, which was one of my big worries going into it. I think I said it in the briefing that like I had to adjust the mystery because with most Call of Cthulhu scenarios, or I don't want to say most, but at least this one, it is essentially like TPK, sanity loss. All right.
Oh.
Yeah. There's
Is the main thing still the fish dudes?
It still revolves around the fish dudes, and it's more of a mystery on what happens to the island. So a lot of the sections where there's like very gory descriptions, I cut out and just replaced them with like mystery elements of something missing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because like I am left still just really wondering, like, damn, like I wonder why, like what's up, right? Like why are they on the island? Like who was there? What does the lighthouse do?
Yeah.
Yeah, like what happened to the two guys? Like, did they get turned
Yeah,
into them,
exactly.
or were
Yeah.
they like eaten by them?
And I want to know who shot the bulb, like who used a gun to shoot the lighthouse bulb.
Yeah, because that plays back into the thing that we heard at the beginning, right? Where it's like, oh, it's sealed off something or
Mhm.
whatever.
That was me trying to tie in the original scenario and how it's written. That one's based in like 1930s, 1926. That's why I said like at 1930 something, you hear gunshots and then the lights go out. And you find out that the reason the lights go out is someone had shot the lights and destroyed them. And the original scenario is that like essentially everyone at the lighthouse had died and they're fighting for their last stand. And one of the bullets hits the light bulb and destroys it. Okay. As far as the creature scenario, it was kind of like I tried to create it so it teetered on both. And maybe this was the problem that I created for myself, is that instead of focusing on one mystery, I tried to create a mystery where it could have branching paths.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's
I
tough.
felt that for sure.
Yeah.
Because I still wasn't sure at the end if it was like, were the uncles involved? But like, it seems like neither of the uncles really had a motive.
Yeah, you guys kind of hit the center point for both mysteries, and I was like, man, this is the thing I was really afraid of, which is that they'll find out the exact everything for the middle of everything and not get the last pieces. So
Okay.
Can I guess?
yeah, go ahead.
So I'm guessing what happened was the uncles tried to return to the lighthouse to make it work, and then the fish creatures killed them and sort of like were disguised as them or masquerading as them in order to operate the lighthouse at all.
Not exactly.
Okay.
What about you guys? You guys want to have any guesses on how the scenario goes?
Yeah, are the uncles the fish people?
Well, we saw Obed die, so I feel like Obed went down with the ship because he knew that he would have to go back to this island and didn't want to. I think Barnabas was probably already dead, and maybe the dad was dead, so Obed just felt like he had nothing left to live for.
But Obed had the stinky fish smell at the beginning, and if he's one of those things, if the boat goes down, he's not going to die.
Oh, that's true.
Did we actually see him die?
No, we just know he went down with the
Go down
ship.
with the ship.
So maybe, yeah.
And that
maybe
footage,
he,
right? You have
Yeah.
footage. So that was like probably.
Maybe he turned into a fish person underwater.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a little. You guys are like getting right there, and it's so close. And I think this is my fault for how I wrote the story and the mystery. But the first mystery follows under like a more classic kind of Scooby-Doo scenario. I think what you were suspecting in the beginning was like Obed had masqueraded as a fish creature to kind of scare his brother, but because he's trying to sell the island to like a rich person on the mainland, which you guys weren't able to find the letter, sadly, that
where
he
was
had
it?
received. It was in his bunk room. He had hidden it.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah. So the letter details that he got an offer from Doug Dangle Corporations to purchase
Oh, no,
Beacon
the
Island.
Dinsdale?
Yeah, exactly. That was the joke. And to purchase the island, because he is, hopefully from the journals I was trying to portray, is that he's like a very selfish and he's like a very like aesthetic person, and he wants a lot of money. So he's very greedy, and he doesn't get along with his brother unless it's for his own gain. So he had at first tried to scare him off, but then decided to, like, since he's going to sell the island, he needs to find the deed. So he tried to knock out his brother and tear through the study looking for that deed. And he had tied him up and left him in the cave. That's where you heard the Murloc sound, was him like half in the water.
Oh, but then an actual Murloc came out, so I was just like,
Yeah,
oh, that
'cause
must
he's
be
also-
what
Yeah.
it is.
So he had also gotten on the island after the boat shipped. He gave you guys the crappy raft, and he had actually taken a nicer raft that he saved for himself to escape to the island and hide it in the cave. And that's where his disguise and all his stuff was
Oh,
hidden.
so he was actually masquerading. So it was both scenarios.
It
for
was
real.
both scenarios.
Okay.
But at the same time, those creatures also do exist. The deep ones do exist around the island.
Okay.
And they're residents of Innsmouth. And they're here for the coins. Like, the coins are part of their like ecosystem and treasures and how they commune with their gods.
Wait, so the museum knew about these fish people from Innsmouth?
They heard of rumors that they're like there's something wrong with them, and it's just bad news. That's where that letter kind of comes in. And this is where it ties into the original scenario, where like as the investors get to the island, they find 2 dead bodies and a journal that tells them like, oh man, this guy's been looking for gold coins, and then he sent one to Innsmouth and one to the Dangle University or whatever, and they're like, hey, don't send this to Innsmouth. And because Innsmouth catch wind of it, they send their fish creatures to kind of attack the lighthouse.
Got
I see. What was the blood in the fridge?
It was just a fish. It was meant to be like a red herring.
herring.
Yeah, a red herring. Yeah.
Got it.
The green herring was also like a very aggressive, being like, "It's this guy."
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay. Do we want to do some hearts and wishes now for the sake of time?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, we'll start with Josh.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I have a bunch. I was trying to write them down as we were going through. So
Nice.
hearts, the sheer amount of prep work that you put into this was really impressive. Like one thing that the guys didn't get to see was like Daniel showed up early. He did all the drawings. He made sure he had all like the handouts ready and things like that. So I just really appreciated the detail there. Driving us from the opening bit was good. Sort of, I know you were like focusing on like how do I move the story along.
Yep.
Nice use of the listening with the storm. I thought that was a really cool, like, oh, you hear a breeze that reminds you of this thing you've studied. So it was a nice tie into Eugene's skills in a way that you're like, well, he's going to do this really well. So I'm going to set him up for success. And then again, just like great job driving the story and then making sense of our wonky ideas. And I thought you were very fair with the adjudication of the difficulty of things and the success of it. Wishes. I kind of wish that the chase had maybe involved more folks. It did seem a little tough that it was just kind of one person going through it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, it felt a little that whole section also kind of felt a little heavy on Milford and Ron versus like, and maybe it was because where we took a break and the timing will work out better in post. But
Yep.
I just wish we'd balanced that a little differently. I wish that I had made a better in-character choice about failing to watch the footage for the first time because it decremented my sanity a bit. But like, I wish that I had done something just a little more creative with that in the moment. And then Daniel already kind of touched on this, but like the mystery was tough, and I felt like we didn't really earn the trap set, and we just kind of ended up doing a similar version of what we guessed to do before we went up to the lighthouse. But
Yep.
Yeah. But overall, I will say it was very fun. I thought you did a great job as the keeper, especially first time running this game, and you did a wonderful job putting it all together. So, kudos.
Sweet. Thank you. I'll hear all of the hearts, wishes, unhearts as well, and then I'll give my feedback on it as well. So we'll go with Chris next.
The hearts, I liked that you clearly understood the characters that were at the table, and each of the scenarios that you presented, you kind of presented it in a way that we could tailor it to our strengths. I thought that was cool. And then being open to letting us, like I used library use twice for things that I shouldn't have been able to use it for.
Quite frankly, yeah.
Yeah. And I thought that was great. Like being able to
That's like time crunch though, right? Yeah.
I think you described it well enough and your reasoning behind it that I was like, sure, why not? Let's give it a shot.
Yeah. So I thought that was cool. And then letting everybody kind of to do that. Running with things, I could tell that you were kind of pivoting on a few things. Like we did something that maybe you didn't expect and you had to kind of roll with it. You did a good job with that. A big heart was just how everybody engaged with everything. Engaged with the stories, the mysteries, the character scenarios. It felt like we'd all known each other for a while, and it felt like George was just this guy trying to fit in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Honestly, a big heart on that for all of you guys.
It really felt like it felt great. Wishes, I don't know that I really have any. I mean, we've all talked about the mystery, and that was challenging to kind of piece together. But aside from that, like I liked it. I thought it was fun.
Cool. Thank you. Kyle, hearts and wishes.
Okay, yeah.
Who's got words to say?
Hearts. I like the creativity, like I said earlier, of like how you're going to do that for each thing. I thought that was great. Something the listeners can't see is this map that you created and like the work that went behind it. Like Josh said, is amazing. Also like the cuts and the edits, like cut to the previous thing, and like I just felt like improv on stage, which is great.
Yeah.
And the skill checks instead of the combat, I don't know. I don't like combat. I don't know. So I really like that. My only wish is that I wish we got to see the sanity like plummet and like play more with that system.
Yeah.
But I think that is it. And it was a fun mystery and like how we were navigating and all that. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Kyle. Daniel?
I really liked that, or I think you did a really good job, like throwing cues to everybody so that everybody was kind of involved. There was not really a point where I've super felt that like, oh man, this guy hasn't, like really gotten a chance to do something in this scene. And I feel like I am kind of one of the like drivers of that necessity because sometimes I take up a lot of space.
Yep.
So yeah,
you cut
so
me
you
off
definitely
all
did a
the
good job.
time.
One thing that I liked a lot that other people touched on is the fact that there does seem to be a sort of like living group dynamic. The characters feel more believable, and like the fact that we know each other feels more believable, which I kind of thought that I wasn't really able to pull out when I first did that other one shot on CCDM. So yeah, definitely felt better about like being able to bring stuff out of other people's characters through my own character. So I thought that was really good. I guess it kind of sounds like, oh, I did a really good job doing that.
You did a great job, Daniel.
Like, I like that we were more in character, even through like bits and stuff. So I like that. So kudos to everybody for that. Wishes, I honestly just wish that like we had more time to like do the stuff. Yeah, but I do feel like maybe we were trying a bit too many things that are like new at the same time. So like we were trying to do like a very short one shot of a new system, and then it was like a lot of homebrew, and then on top of that we have like the homebrew sanity system. So it was like a lot of stuff where it's like unknowns and we don't know if it's gonna work out, but we did it at the same time. But yeah, no, it was fun. It like what needed to be done got done, and I honestly just wish we got to play more.
Yeah. Hey, that's always a good sign. For me, hey, hearts to you guys for joining in and jumping on this wacky adventure I made. You guys definitely tackled the mystery really well. Honestly, if we had a bit more time, you guys probably would have gotten everything as well. So realistically, it was more just like a time crunch thing that kept you from it. I think I wish I just had a better understanding of Call of Cthulhu and had just dove into one angle over the other, because I kind of just rode the middle really hard. Trying not to like lean out of Call of Cthulhu, but also still playing within like the more comedic aspect that our group has. But I honestly, from listening to other podcasts, as I was getting better understanding from like pretending to be people, like the crew will bring that on its own. The other part here that I had was just that I usually run a new system with like the exact module as written and play it through.
Right.
So this was like, it was tough to like kind of adjust the mystery. But
yeah, there was so many moving parts. So I imagine it's incredibly hard to like hone in on trying to make sure one thing goes well.
And I wish I didn't lock certain things behind skill checks. Per Cthulhu, that's kind of how it's set up. You miss out on things because you miss a spot hidden or you don't do a proper locksmith. And I personally don't like that, because then you can't drive the story forward. There's like so many different bits that are like, here's clues to what's happening, but they're hidden behind locked doors. So
I'll gently push back on that and say that I thought it was kind of cool that we couldn't just be successful no matter what. It didn't stop us from doing the thing. We just didn't understand the fish people thing because I had a bad check in the room and we never went back to there. And I think that's just allowed to be real. You know, that's a scenario in something like that. Like, it's the question for after, like, why do you guys think that even happened? Like, so
I do think that it is more a consequence of like, one, trying to drive it as a one shot cleanly, and then two, the fact that like sanity and stuff isn't as much in play. So it kind of feels like you were just sort of like things are happening without consequence.
Yeah.
A little bit. So yeah, I do think like if it was more okay that the end of all this is just like, oh, we see fish people and then like maybe we die. And that was like not narratively satisfying because we weren't trying to do, you know, like a new style.
That's what I thought it was going to be when they all popped up at the end. I was like, oh, we're dead now. Okay.
Yeah.
And that was the thing. I was like, I could have just killed you all there, but I was like, the Coast Guard showed up because of the lighthouse. I was like, let's give it to them so they get off, and then they can tell their story instead of making it like a gory horror ending.
Right. Yeah. So
let me check in on with you from your briefing stuff. So the pre-written modules are typical. You wrote a thing that was tough, but I think you accomplished it. You did a really good job with your customizations. Working on maintaining secrets and maintaining balance so that people had their aha moments. How do you feel like that went?
I think I maintained the secrets. How do you guys feel? I don't think I hit the aha moment, because like when you guys were doing the trap, it didn't really hit. And then the big reveal that the monster was real probably was kind of coming out of nowhere for you guys, I think.
There wasn't a lot of indication of whether it could be more plausibly one way or the other, is what I felt.
It did kind of feel a little anticlimactic to me personally, because I was expecting like I was expecting Barnabas to be under there.
I was also expecting Obed to be under there as well, but it all hinted on what bait you choose to use. So if it was the gold coin, you draw out the creature. If it was the deed, you draw out Obed.
Knowing that makes it cooler.
Oh, yeah. You
Knowing
should have
that
mentioned
does make
that
it
when we
cooler.
asked you to drop the
So
curtain
I
a minute ago.
used the wrong bait. I should have given
Not
away
the wrong
deed.
bait. It's like technically it's the right bait for the ghost hunters here
Hmm.
because they want to find the secrets of the world.
Yeah, I think like
Okay.
we got what we needed out of it. Okay, so DMing tends to you tend to aggressively yes and your players when you're playing D&D. So as the keeper, how do you think that went? Your management of the flow of the story versus our unbelievable bullshit.
I definitely think I still need to work on that a bit. There's a few times I was like, yeah, sure, let's go do some crazy stuff. But I definitely think it's been wind back from what I usually do. So I think that was a win.
We were, I think, setting you up a little bit on purpose to mess with you, but I thought you did a good job handling the scuba diving lessons.
Mm-hmm.
Thing. Yeah.
Oh, right.
That'll
right,
be
right.
$200.
Yeah, I was always just gonna be like, oh nah, I'm not going in the water, guys. Like, sorry.
Yeah, he's just a
Fuck
sketchy
that.
dude. He'd take your money and just run. So, okay. Any other things from the briefing that I need to hit?
Nope, those were the ones that we had outlined.
Hey there, this is Daniel again, your Newbie Keeper. Just had some extra thoughts regarding this Call of Cthulhu one-shot adventure that I wanted to pepper in at the very end because I don't think I was able to hit on it during our original debrief. Number one, I painted the picture of the one-shot adventure, the Lightless Beacon, inappropriately. It is written in a way where the players can survive the final encounter, but is set up specifically to be a horror. And during our 0-session debrief, I wanted them to feel comfortable making comedic characters because that's the dynamic of our group, so I tried to recreate the adventure to match that tone. Number two, having re-reviewed the one-shot adventure of Beacon Island, it is set up to be a survival horror, and me trying to adapt that into a Scooby-Doo mystery ended up kneecapping me pretty hard during this one-shot adventure I was trying to run, because in a mystery scenario that I was trying to create, they needed all those clues and you didn't want to hide those behind the checks to create that satisfying aha moment when they try to capture the creature at the end. While with the survival horror, the information that's hidden behind these checks isn't necessary for them to survive the final encounter. Some of these checks may provide additional equipment that may aid them, but will not be the key component that allows them to beat the final encounter, which actually shows you how well the game was developed to create the type of storytelling that it was built for. And that's probably why I shouldn't have jumped in and tried to homebrew it right off the bat. But hey, as the Sonic song says, live and learn, right? As far as things in the future, if I was to run Call of Cthulhu again, I would just focus on not asking for so many checks. I noticed during the game that there's a lot of moments where I was unsure of myself and I could have just told them what was happening, but instead I was just like, make a check and see what happens. And that led to a lot of time being wasted. Also, I would like to be able to narrate higher levels of successes in a more meaningful way, because there's many moments where players had hit like a hard success or an extreme success, but it really didn't feel like it mattered or influenced the story in any way. On top of that, I think it would have been helpful if I was able to remind the players to push rolls and use luck more often. I think like halfway through the game, I finally remembered that was a mechanic and it was just like, oh crap. And at the end, they had a bunch of luck stacked up for what was something that they couldn't use luck for. And lastly, I would probably just find a one-shot adventure for Call of Cthulhu and run it by the book before trying to homebrew it again in the future and just making my life way harder than it needed to be. Anyways, those are my finishing thoughts. Special thanks to Chaosium, Leah Carr, and Lynn Hardy for creating the original scenario, Lightless Beacon, and letting me Frankenstein it to this monstrosity. Thank you all for listening to Crash Course DM. You can catch us every other week in the Collide, trying to find our way back home and giving Josh a migraine. You can also catch Daniel and Daniel on One Shot at a Time, a TTRPG podcast where we take random prompts and turn them into one-shot adventures.
Sounds lame.
If you want to learn more about how lame we are and how we approach the Cthulhu system with Josh, that will be over there. As always, you can listen to us on all your favorite podcasting platforms such as Spotify, Apple, and YouTube. Word of mouth is our best friend, so please be our best friend and tell everyone you know about us. If we reach 100 likes, Josh will run the Fall of Fairyland, the official Neopets TTRPG campaign. Bye.
Bye.
Yo.